I'm going to go ahead and give the recap real quick, and then we can start. So, last we left our heroes, Ophelia the Jigglypuff, Raven the Mimikyu, Hakon the Gibble, and Virgil the Riolu. They had returned to their guild after a successful mission, only to have Raven pulled away to do paperwork as one of their fellow apprentices had suddenly disappeared from the guild. As Raven was busy with the paperwork, the remaining members of the group were called on by Bayer, the guild's job processor and info gatherer. He had a mission for them, to investigate a mysterious ruin that had been appearing in the night along the road and to gather any info from the inside. After 2 days of travel, the party discovered a mysterious sandstone pyramid. The inside filled with many ghost-type Pokemon with dangerous disposition and aggressive temperament. And in the depths, a pile of treasure. After sneaking their way past those Pokemon, the party managed to acquire many items, and Ophelia found an egg with a metallic-colored shell, becoming a mom. After diplomatic negotiations, the party were able to retrieve a hoard of items and a wealth of knowledge. Once they left the ruin, they watched it disappear into the rising sun. The party has returned to the guild. They awaken, and what will await them? Find out in today's episode, and let's get the player audio going. Okay. So, what do you guys think?
We have a lot of items.
Yep. Just so you know, the pin of heroism was something Virgil picked up, so he's got that pinned at the moment.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ow! Jesus! Holy mother! There's so many.
Yeah, it was a lot of work to go through all of it.
Ooh, gummies! What the fuck do gummies do?
Not a lot. They are normally a food type that Pokemon like based on the typing that goes with them.
Huh.
But when it comes to things, all of this, Ophelia, you dropped your egg off with Blissey upstairs when you got back. That way it could receive proper tending. Now, as you guys wake up, Raven, you've been exhausted from roughly 4 days of paperwork. That fellow apprentice is going is just like, geez.
I'm done. I need a drink. Oh God. My eyes still see the paper.
At any rate, so all of you awaken, and there's a bit of commotion going on in the building. It's kind of muffled from your room, though.
Oh, okay. How exciting. Oh my God, I guess we got... Are we all in the same room?
Yeah. Teams tend to share quarters. Mind you, it's pretty spacious.
Okay. So who wants to peek their head out and see what's going on?
I will.
Alright. Ophelia, make me a perception check. Good enough. Alright, so with that 11, you hear commotion downstairs. Apparently, Team Hammerstrike has come back in really bad shape. You guys remember Hammerstrike, as you worked with them for some time in your intermediate training phase. They were really good mentors.
Oh, that's not good.
Yeah. Ophelia, people are talking. It's a bit jumbled, but that's about as much as you could get from where you are.
Oh, jeez. Hey, everyone. Maybe we should go see if they're okay.
Yes, I believe we should do this. I'm gonna.
Sounds good.
I just heard my echo. I'm gonna hover my ass on down.
All right. Well, once you guys get down in kind of the main lobby of the building, you see various Pokemon rushing about. You see Audino, well, Arya, run through, trip, get back up, trip again, and then run into the infirmary, run back out, and run back in a couple of times, with various items being carried.
I'm gonna look for the nearest, like, adult, I guess? Like,
well,
higher rank?
you see a large Pokemon, grayish skin, covered in orange brick-like plating. You recognize him. That would happen to be the Chief Security, Ryers. I'll just show
Ryers.
the players, just so you can see what he looks like.
Is it a right period?
Yep.
Hmm.
But yeah, he's like, huh? Oh, there you are.
What happened?
Team Hammer Strike just came back from their rescue mission. Not even a rescue, really. It was more of a... The thing is, it was a feral Pokemon quelling mission, and it didn't go well.
Shit.
Heat Darmandus and Meta are both in the infirmary. They're not in condition to talk. What little we got out of them, Ursuro, their leader, is still trapped. From what we heard, he got trapped in a cave.
Okay. I have a distinct impression that we're gonna be told to do this.
Unfortunately, a lot of our more experienced teams are still out on missions.
Yeah, I figured. And they are our mentors, so we want to avenge them. We're gonna kill every single motherfucker who hurt them.
At any rate.
Well, I agree on the first part.
At any rate, I need to check on them. The Guildmaster will be with you shortly. And he just takes off into the infirmary. From what you know, he was the one who trained Team Hammer Strike personally when they first came to the guild.
Oh, he must be feeling like shit.
Yeah. From what you know, he cares a lot about the people he trains. But all of you feel... Well, actually, Raven, you're the one who's most acutely aware of this. You feel a slight shift in the pressure around the building. As suddenly, just a little flash of purple light, and then before you stands a hooded and robed figure. His entire body covered in fabric. So it seems that we have to do another rescue of our own people. This doesn't happen often, but it's a bit of a problem when it happens. Still, it can't be helped. I need you... Could one of you pull out your Wonder Map?
I think I'm the one who carries it. Wah!
Alright. You see him reach out with a wrapped appendage of some kind and just taps a certain spot on the map, which lights up. I need you to go here. This is the city of Orberg. It's built around the dungeon where Team Hammer Strike was on their mission.
Do we know anything about anything that we'll be able to face in there?
Rock types.
Oh, peachy.
Lots of them. It was, the dungeon was also a mine, as it was one of those rare dungeons that's partially stable. It doesn't shift in certain areas.
Well, it kind of became dangerous now.
Yeah. At any rate, I need you to go there. It's going to be a few days of travel. So provision yourselves well and take this. And you see a small orb appear on the wrapped appendage. It's only got a single use, so be careful with it. They're also fairly rare. And
What is it?
Raven, you recognize it immediately. This is an incredibly rare orb, but you were taught about it in classes. This is a homing orb.
A what?
A homing orb.
Homing orb.
When they're acquired, they generally don't have a place to send people, but when a group acquires it and brings it back to a specific location, they can set it so the orb will bring them there.
So basically, get the fuck out of Dodge orb. Get the fuck
Yes.
out of Dodge. Okay.
It has one charge. Unfortunately, that's as many charges as they can carry.
Okay, that's fine. Okay. Well, we still need to divvy up the giant fucking... Unless that's all inside me, which is fine.
Oh. No, that's back in the room. I stored it in storage back there.
Okay.
The guild took the boxes from us for a total of about 100 poke because it was just like, they aren't super valuable, but they're good for storage.
Right. So, looking at the treasure box contents. Well, that this would work. My thing is broken. Expand, you little shit. So the Pen of Heroism is on...
Yeah, you can see that on Virgil's focus band.
Okay.
It's actually glowing now. It appears to have activated.
Okay. What does everybody else want?
Well...
Repair it?
Good.
Did you say that I had a pin of invulnerability?
Yes, you have one of those as well. There's
when
one...
did I get that?
You got that really early in, like, the first dungeon.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, it has the effect that's listed on the list. That's the second one that was found.
So most of these only activate when we get hit with an attack.
When you expend a charge. Oh, oops. Some of these are not supposed to be when you get hit with an attack. I made a mistake while setting up the list, apparently. The pin of flying is just when you expend a charge. The movement pins in a lot of them.
Does anybody disagree with me having the pin of flying?
No.
I've got nothing wrong.
No?
If no one minds me taking the pin of invulnerability.
The what?
It makes sense, the other pin of invulnerability. There are two of them.
Oh.
Yep, you have one, and then since I'm kind of in front, it would make sense for me to take one.
What about Hakan? What pin is he getting?
I'll take the pin of invisibility.
Yeah, it's like a ring of invisibility, basically. Except you can only use it 10 times, and then it has to recharge for 10 days.
What about
to get all of
pin
it
of
back.
flying?
The pin of flying also recharges at... the pin of flying recharges at 1d3 plus 1 a day.
1d3 plus 1 a day.
Wait, what about the pin of invulnerability?
The pin of invulnerability has 10 charges. When you get hit with an attack, you may expend 1 charge to take half damage. It recharges at 1 a day. The really strong pins do that. I just forgot
I
to
thought
add that.
Virgil already had the pin of heroism.
Yep, the pin of heroism is a... Yeah, he does. I just put it on the list so you could see what it does. As that was part of what was found. Basically, it acts like the heroism spell to an extent, except instead of giving a d4 roll, it adds your proficiency modifier as a magic bonus.
Right, but he's taking pin of invulnerability too.
He is the other upfront fighter, primarily. It makes sense for you to be invisible, considering what you can do.
No. Virgil is taking a pin of invulnerability as well. I thought you said.
Yeah, I figured that made sense. That
I thought
or...
they were like unattunable.
No, they only work when they're attached to an attuned item. That is a
Oh,
fabric.
okay.
That's why his pin is attached to his headband.
Right, right.
Also, you can have up to 4 pins.
Sounds good.
Oh. Oh,
Sounds a little like Looplets and a Mars, if you ask me.
I have a defense scarf. I didn't even put that in. That's how many attuned items can you have?
1 attuned item, 4 pins attached.
Right.
The pin of mind shielding makes sense for Hakan since he's invisible. It makes sense that his surface thoughts can't be picked up.
Sounds good.
I'm gonna pick up the Google specs.
That's a good one for you.
Cause I
Can I
Go ahead.
can I have the pin of clear thought?
Yeah, go ahead.
Could I take the pin of climbing as well?
Yeah, that works for you. Virgil will probably take the pin of liquid walking.
Okay. Hold on. Can you give me the ability to edit this?
1 sec.
Yeah, I don't need any like flying or climbing or water walking things because I can just
Float?
float across.
Yeah, you've already got
I
a
can
10 fly
fly.
speed. The liquid walking will be good the way Virgil can move across liquids.
There's also a. Oh, the pin of warmth. That sounds cute.
It is a very useful item.
Also, for gummies, Jamie, Haven, I was thinking you could take the 5 purple gummies and 2, or 5 ghost gummies and 2 fairy gummies, and I'll take 5 fairy gummies and 2 normal gummies, so that way we each get 7.
Yep. Also, take half of those steel gummies for when the egg hatches.
Okay.
Okay,
I'm gonna need the bug ones. Yeah. From
Okay.
what Blissey has told me.
So how many? What am I getting? For
Okay.
gummies?
Scroll down. You see there are 5 purple gummy. That's for ghost types. And
I'll
then-
take the royal and brown gummies then.
Yeah, because those fit.
So 5 purple gummies,
And 2 sparkling gummies.
2 sparkle.
And then you take the 2 normal and then the 5 sparkling left over. Take 3 of the silver gummies for the sword. Once it hatches. The little Hond Edge. And then I will need the sky and green gummies.
Okay, so sky is gone. Green is gone. What else is gone?
The royal gummies and the brown gummies.
And then I will need orange and the remaining 3 silver.
Ophelia, aren't you a normal type as well?
Yeah, I took the white gummies.
Ah,
Also, gummies are somewhat valuable, so if we have any left over, we can sell them.
Okay.
At least from what I've been told.
I think we're pretty good on assets given the 20 gold bars we found.
Yeah.
Okay, so right now we have 2 yellow gummies, 6 red gummies, 3 blue, 2 grass, 4 clear, 4 pink, 6 gold, 5 gray, 6 black, and 1 wonder.
Yep.
Is this correct?
What's the wonder gummy?
It can be used on any type of Pokemon.
Okay.
3 silver, and then I need 7 from the bug. 7.
Okay.
Oh, there's also an iron which raises the concentration.
Yeah, I was hoping to take that actually, even mine out.
Oh, okay.
What are other people's cons though? Because like it might help out some of the lower.
Mine's 15
more
right now.
glass.
Mine's also a 15. And I'm kind of a glass cannon considering I have to punch.
Mine's 14.
Then should Hakan take it?
It wouldn't boost his modifier.
Right.
What else was the other one? Sky gummies. And then 3 sky.
Did somebody take the pin of mind shielding?
I was thinking
Yeah.
Hakan should use that.
Yes, I did.
That way, you know, easier stealth.
Did anybody take the pin of climbing?
No.
I did as well. Sorry.
Oh.
That's fine.
There's.
How many
Oh,
pins do
wait.
you have?
I've set myself up with 3. That's where I'm stopping for the moment.
Does anybody? I believe Ophelia took the pin of clear thought, right?
The one that prevents her
Okay.
from getting charmed, yes.
Nobody took the pin of warmth.
Oh, I think
No.
Ophelia
No.
might have wanted that, but if you want that.
I'm not entirely sure I can get cold. Can I get
Can
cold?
ghosts get cold?
I mean, you can get hit with ice attacks, and cold environments might bug you a little.
Mm-hmm. What about the pin of swimming? That's different than the water walking one. Has
Yeah.
anyone taken that?
No, I haven't.
Okay.
Actually, Raven, I'll give you the pin of climbing if I can take the pin of cold.
The pin of warmth? That's a good idea.
Or, yeah, pin of warmth, I mean.
Well, I can fly, but I am not opposed to having also.
Yeah, because the thing is, it basically gives you spider climb.
Yes, I shall take that.
It's a
you
climb
are-
speed of 40 in the sense of spider climb in D&D, so you just walk up the
There you
wall.
go. Yes.
Yep, and I'll take the iron, boosting me by 1 modifier.
Is the pin of climb okay?
The pin of swimming. How many pins does everyone have? Because I don't want it to be like super uneven.
I'm stopping at 3, because
Me
that
too.
they seem to balance out at roughly 3.
Okay.
I have 2 right now.
I also have 2.
Okay. Oh wait, no, you have your pin of
So-
invulnerability still.
Yeah, I only took 1 pin.
Wait, I thought you took the pin of warmth.
No.
I think that leaves the pin of warmth and the pin of swimming. Then.
And I have the pin of swimming, unless you want the pin of.
Oh wait, no, Hakan has the pin of warmth.
Yes.
Yeah.
Invisibility, pin of warmth, and pin of mind shielding.
Okay, where's the pin?
Congratulations! Most psychic types now can't read your mind.
Okay, so
The guild
pin of
master
swimming-
definitely still can.
Oh yeah, no, that is nothing compared to him.
Okay, so the pin of. Okay, somebody took the +1 con, right?
Yeah.
Virgil did to
I'll just
make sure
delete
he's
that.
maxed out at what he can for now.
So the pin of swimming is taken.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Also, remember you need to have a item to put it on.
Yes, that's why I took the goggles.
Yeah, exactly. Put it on the band of the goggles.
I believe the pin of invisibility was taken.
Yep, Hakan has that.
That's me.
Okay, pin of liquid walking.
That would be Virgil, since he needs mobility.
Okay. I believe that all of the pins have been taken.
Mhm.
We have the weather band.
We have the weather band and a Petra scarf, Hakan. The Petra scarf
Yeah.
makes you. Well, wait, you're a ground type. You don't get poisoned.
Can I get poisoned?
Yeah, you can.
Only steel and poison types can't get poisoned.
Oh yeah, you're right. Maybe Hakan should take that, because if you want the goggle specs, that means you can find traps.
Yes, I can. I also have something that destroys traps.
Mhm.
Well, I still have my choice scarf.
Oh yeah. So, never mind.
We all have items.
You can just hang on to
Petra
those then.
scarf- Yeah, the Petra scarf might be useful for me because I'm weak to poison, but at the same time,
But at
my
the same
defense
time,
scarf is
attune-
super good.
And attunement time.
Yeah.
But yeah.
How often does the pin of the pin of swimming recharge?
It recharges 1d4 plus 1 a day. The movement pins are technically the weakest.
So who's
I'm gonna
taking?
get a sweater. I'm cold.
Okay. So, you're taking the Petra scarf, right?
I don't think she took it, but we can put it in storage in case we need it.
Okay, let's go into storage.
If anything,
thought
once
she,
we're done,
hired
call
me.
this our storage list afterward.
Yeah, I thought she was holding on to her defense scarf
Yeah,
that we
that's what she
got in
said.
our first.
Yeah, that you guys found. Yeah.
Okay. Storm,
Mm-hmm.
with the defense scarf, I'm not sure if I put the +1 to AC in my thing.
Let me take a look at you, but I'm pretty sure.
I'm gonna take the weather band because I'm wearing cloth.
Oh, you see the global AC modifier, Ophelia? It's on there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Remember, you have to be attuned to the EVO light though for it to work. But you can't. But you can't apply pins to an EVO light, as it's basically a stone.
Right, yeah, but where's the EVO? Oh.
Yeah.
Wait, how long will it take me to...
About it's a short rest.
Okay, so next rest.
Oh,
I suppose
and
I'll
your
wait.
10 hit points from eating before are gone. It's been roughly 5 days.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just gonna check something.
Okay.
Okay.
Are you adding stuff to my saves?
No, I was just checking them because when you get your EVO light added, there is something I do need to add to them.
Okay, I also get +1 to all my saves with the defense scarf.
Yeah,
but I don't
that's
think
already
that-
applied.
Is it?
Mm-hmm. I put it in the global save modifier down there.
Oh, okay.
When it comes to the EVO light, though, it only does your wisdom, charisma, intelligence saves.
Right. Also, if there's any other charisma or constitution stuff, like those are the things that I'm trying to buff up.
I figured.
So, yeah.
Oh, and I forgot that because of my choice scarf, my moves are priority, so sneak will always proc.
Mm-hmm.
I'll keep that in mind this time.
Yep, on all of your moves.
Just tackle and sand attack, or like with my fangs and claws as well.
Pretty much. Well, they don't use your fangs and claws to use the move, but it basically does
Okay.
the same thing as if you sneak attack with your natural weapon or a move like quick attack.
Right.
But yeah, I think that's
I'm
everything
still-
for now aside from storage.
Yeah, I'm doing stuff. I'm finishing up making this all nice and pretty for us.
Okay.
And then we can decide what we want to take with us.
Mm-hmm.
Like little items. Okay. This is what it looks like right now. It's saved now, so you guys can look at it.
Mm-hmm.
We're going against rock types.
Yeah.
So what are they weak to?
You know what? Make a nature check.
Oh, okay.
Okay, good enough. You know they're generally weak to fighting and ground type moves as well as steel types.
What about grass and water?
Grass and water are also on the list, but those are some of their more harder hitting things.
So like an iron spike would be useful.
No, it doesn't count as a steel type move. Mind you, they don't resist the damage.
I'm just a ghost and fairy type, so I'm kind of useless.
Not quite. You do more damage.
Normal.
I don't know any ground moves yet, so
Mm-hmm. I have no
Well,
fighting
that's
type
gonna be
moves.
fun.
Ah, okay. Shit. Well, We should take the 5 doses of common Orin medicine. I'll grab that
Good idea.
and put that to our stuff. Hold on, where's our regular stuff? Treasure bag! Just looking to see if we still have some of it.
Mm-hmm.
We do! So we have 14 doses of Orin medicine right now. There's that. Okay. Do we have Orin berries already in the system? I'll just leave our own berries in here. Oh! We'll grab the 2 doses of Superior Orange medicine. That's probably a good idea. We'll get that. What does a Petra berry do?
It just cures poison.
Poison.
It's actually better for making stuff from it that cures poison.
Oh, so there's another Superior. Where's that? Spree. Oh, we got. Okay. Get rid of that.
Mhm.
I'll also add this. E. Ooh, ah. E, ooh, ah. Oh, well, there we go. Just gonna separate these out a bit. Okay.
Just a question.
Mm-hmm.
Are we level 1, like Pokemon level 1? Like we just
No, you're
came out of
effectively
our-
level 5.
Okay.
I'm actually working on a D20 system that'll reflect things better when I get done with it, but for the time being, 5e is going to have to do.
Will we need anything that cures confusion?
Maybe.
Make a general intelligence check.
I
Maybe.
made it.
Ophelia's gonna say we might need something that cures confusion more often than we would need something that cures poison when we're going up against rock.
As far as you can tell, Raven, probably not. When you think back on it.
I'm gonna take it in just in case.
type.
Better to be prepared.
Agreed.
You're just watching her stuff these things inside of her. Just okay, you're gonna go here. Ah. I want to point this out. This is never gonna be weird. Not weird. That I'm carrying the bag inside me. Technically inside my coat, but still.
I also have a bag inside me.
Wait, you do?
Mm-hmm. Called my butt.
Oh my god. Okay. Sure. I'm gonna take the iron thorns because I am pretty defenseless.
That would actually
My
be a
entire
good
job,
choice.
I am the nerd. I am the nerd of this group.
Huh.
I have just realized this. these like giant ass goggles on her face. I'm the fucking nerd. Shit. I'm gonna die, guys.
Do the Corsola twigs, do those get used up when you use
Yes, they do. Though I will
they
allow you
like-
to make investigation checks to retrieve them. But you don't
I
always
see.
retrieve all of them.
Right.
So they're like arrows.
Pretty much.
Does that go with all thrown items?
All the ones except for stuff like like seeds, those get consumed.
Right.
Because your target generally ends up eating them.
I'm guessing the Iron Thorn are thrown,
Mm-hmm.
just like the Iron Spikes I happen to have.
Oh, sorry. That's
Oh.
what iron spikes are supposed to be. Actually, they're iron thorns.
Oh, they're Iron Thorn. Okay.
Yep.
That's totally fine. That means I have 15 Iron Spikes. Thorns.
Things.
They hurt people. That's all I know. That's all I need to know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, why don't you guys have some general chat while I set up the maps? Because I have to generate these fairly randomly.
Okay.
Right. Okay. So it's actually called an Iron Thorn. Thorn in your side. Aha! I'm just going through. Okay. Do you want the Corsola twigs, Ophelia?
Not particularly.
Do you want the blast seed?
That might be, but it won't be super useful. But it might be.
I mean, if
Oh
you
my
eat it,
gosh,
you expel a
bombs
gout of
from
fire.
above! Bombs from above.
True.
Yeah, that's why I feel like Ophelia needs them because she's a Jigglypuff, and I just find that hilarious about them breathing fire, like this balloon of just fire.
Oh my god.
Hilarious.
Wait, how long can I hold my breath?
You know
She is a
what?
balloon.
I want
Yeah.
you to make me a little roll.
A what?
Roll me a Constitution real quick. Just Constitution check.
Fuck!
No, that's not bad. Now roll me 2d6. You can hold your breath for 7 minutes.
Jesus fucking. Okay, sure.
Damn.
Okay, so with the blast seed, does it go for 7 minutes? Because that's how long I'm breathing.
No.
Shit.
Ah.
How long does it last?
It's one blast. Think of it like the Burning Hand spell, essentially.
Okay. But outside of combat.
Outside of combat, I mean, you can set them up to blow stuff up if you're careful with them.
Ow. No, she eats it. I sit on her head. And she becomes a fucking, like, chariot of doom.
A
Ah.
chariot. Oh my gosh, guys, you can just hold on to me and we'll float away.
You just.
Oh my
You're a
God.
rocket!
Well, how many people can she carry?
Well, I weigh nothing, so.
I'm like a Drifloon, but a Jigglypuff. I'm gonna steal all your shit.
I'm just gonna cross it off the list. Because I feel like Ophelia's can take them, but I want you to still be able to look at them.
Yes.
There we go.
What is this? Oh,
That's a Drifloon.
Yeah, what they do is they float by kids, and then the kids are like, "Oh, look, a balloon," and they hold on, and then the Pokemon flies away with them. They're ghost flying.
A lot of ghost
Mine
types kind of do scary stuff like that.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and take the apparently male. Forgot to turn that off. That's hilarious. Okay, it's fine. Ah, shit. Go away.
And
Okay,
then
there
there's
we go.
also Phantom, which is like the spirit of a kid who got lost and died. And
That's horrible.
yeah.
Why are all my brethren evil? Oh, wait.
They're more
Bayonet is a
tragic.
doll. Bayonet is a doll that was thrown away and wants to kill its owner.
Yeah.
I wanna. Oh, they're so
This is-
cute.
That's Pumpkaboo. Pumpkaboo's my favorite ever. Besides Wigglytuff and Shiny Crobat and Quagsire. All of my other favorites.
All right, maps are ready. Who's set?
Okay, so I just want to ask, how much in party funds do we have now then?
Well, you can't
A
just
lot.
use the gold bars at a store. You will need to sell them, and that's going to take a little bit.
So how many gold bars do we have?
You have 20.
Okay. Just watching it float over him and then just. There we go.
You are now over encumbered.
God damn it! How many can I carry?
At most 2.
Well, I got 2.
Yep.
Fuck you! I'll
So
take all of them.
You now cannot get off the ground.
I just fly. Dude. Ha!
You are now floating an inch off the ground.
I can move now.
I go over and I grab Raven and I expand myself and go hoof 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 and then I
You're
help,
now floating
I
an
help
inch and a
Raven.
half off the ground.
What?
We're moving.
We're
I am messing with you. Anyway, so yeah,
No,
you've got
we're
your
moving.
items
How much?
sorted out. The gold bars weigh a good bit. They weigh about 15 pounds apiece.
Yeah.
No,
so
but how much can I carry?
What's your strength? Strength?
10.
Not a crazy amount. You could probably carry 6 of them, maybe.
Okay.
The idea is, I mean, the main thing is just leave them in storage for now. It's going to take a few weeks to sell them.
So I can carry 90 pounds.
Roughly, maybe a bit more.
Right.
But it's somewhere between 90 and like 120. The measurements aren't shown on 5e sheets. Anyway,
I don't know why they don't do that. It's a little annoying.
I know. At least on 3.5 sheet they show it. At any rate, your party has gone through their items. Everyone is about ready to go. Virgil's like, oh, hold on. I've got to go do something. And you see him take off for the stairs.
Okay.
Ophelia,
Don't die.
you have an inkling of what he's doing. He's going to go check on the egg.
My baby! Ophelia's gonna race him there and she sprints.
You see Ophelia take off in a flash.
Check on our baby too, the insect.
By the time you get up there, Ophelia, you see Virgil is sitting down with the egg and checking on it.
Ophelia's gonna pop herself up really big and walk by him and go sit with her own egg.
Yep.
And hug it.
That takes about 10 minutes of time. And
She's
then
gonna give it smoochies and glare at the Chansey.
at the green blissey.
Yes, the green blissey.
So you didn't have a problem with her. She's not pink.
But she thinks she's so cool because she's shiny.
It's not that she thinks she's cool. She's just a kindly old caretaker.
I'm shiny too.
No, but you're my friend. It's different.
At any rate, but yeah, Virgil gives the egg a little pat and then heads out.
Okay. Checking the treasure bag. We're good.
All right. So you guys, I'm just gonna say you stocked up on food because, yeah.
Okay, I want to point out in the bag we have still 2 bags of mixed berry puffins, 4 cherry berry fritters, 6 apples, 2 perfect apple fritters, 5 big apples. We also have 35 doses of honey in a honey pot that refills,
Mm-hmm.
and 35 doses of honey in 20 honeycomb.
And the thing is, you haven't even tested that honey.
No, we have not. Okay, hold on. Oh, you guys also added things. Okay. I'm gonna just move the food here. We've ate the honey.
That's true. But have you eaten honey from the honey pot?
No.
What's with the honey pot?
It's got a mysterious quality from the dungeon that causes it to refill.
Ooh, I want to eat some.
All right, you eat some.
Ophelia goes over and eats some.
Roll me-
She sticks her whole head in and like licks it.
Roll me a d6. You stick your head into the honey. You didn't take a breath beforehand, so now you have honey starting to seep into your throat. But, Okay, so had you had damage, you would have healed 3 HP from a dose of honey.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep it as a hat now.
No. Funk. No. No.
Just imagining those shadow claws going, no.
It's okay. We'll get you a better hat than this because this is sticky, and now you're all sticky.
She's gonna go rub herself against Raven.
No.
Sticky self against Raven.
No. I just dry cleaned this.
Yeah. And then she's gonna go over to Hakan and also rub the other side of her sticky self against.
I'm gonna run away.
What?
I'm gonna run away.
I'm chasing.
Really? This is.
I'm
Still running.
You know what? Let's
I'm
make
gonna
it.
split up the poke that we have in
Yeah.
here.
What pokey? What does that do?
Money.
Money.
Oh. What happens if we eat the money?
Nothing.
Hmm.
You get indigestion because you can't digest it.
Okay, so we each get 290 poke. We also have an escape orb for some damn reason.
Yeah, you found another one.
It has 8 charges.
They found another escape orb.
And we used a charge to run away after we steal all the big Honage's shit.
Of course you did.
Yeah, they were really mean about
That
it.
was my idea.
Yeah, no. You're butt white.
How much poke did you say?
290.
Yeah, 290. We each get 290. Also, what are these etchings? What are these?
Oh, you can remove those. He already handed those over to Pyre. They were from the writing in the ruins. More rubbings than etchings, but you know.
Exciting.
The numbers were to denote quality.
Okay, so
yep, there we go.
we have 2 escape orbs. Combined, we have 20 charges.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But we also have a homing orb.
1 charge.
Oh, it just occurred to me. I'm gonna be the weakest character in the party. Like when we're fully evolved, my base stats are smaller than everyone else's. And then it goes Mimikyu, and then or Raven, and then Virgil, and then Hakan.
Oh yeah, dragon types are ridiculously strong.
Yeah.
I am a pseudo legendary.
Yeah.
Really? Am I not? Am I not that cool?
Oh no, you're pretty freaking scary when you use your abilities to their fullest. Once you get them.
Yeah. And like your
I
base
believe-
stats aren't bad either. It's 476, but Gaibel when Garchomp Mega evolves at 700, which is like
Yeah.
whew.
Yeah, it's just like the total
That's
between all the
better than
stats.
some
and Gs.
legendaries.
But yeah, alright. So, you guys have your supplies. Ophelia's chasing Hakan around the lobby.
I still win.
Virgil's just gonna walk over to Raven like, I'm just gonna stay out of this.
That's probably a good idea. I wonder if Drifko was in the.
She's.
Is the Drift Club any different?
In your disguise?
Yeah, is it? Well, have I successfully made it cool in my? Is it here?
Oh, make me a quick, make me both a dexterity and an intelligence check for crafting.
Hold on, I'm just okay. So
I'll
what
just
do you
say
want first?
Dexterity, then intelligence.
Wow.
You haven't figured
I
it out
have 4
yet.
days.
Yeah.
I have 4 days.
You know what? Yeah. Go ahead and roll those at advantage.
Okay.
Good
Okay,
enough.
fuck you.
Good enough. You've actually got it pretty well figured out.
So do I really need... I float, but I don't fly.
You don't fly.
But I have the pin of flying.
Yep, which will give you a proper fly speed when used for a minute at a time. Or up to 10 minutes if you use all the charges one after another.
I also want to point out that it lights up.
Yep, no, you've got glowing eyes now on your disguise.
I can if I wanted to. I'm not always going to.
Exactly.
But I do have...
Just beware, if the neck breaks, it will clonk you on the head whenever you turn it off.
I'm not going to turn it off, ever. Wait, does that mean if the neck breaks, it still looks like it's there? Ah!
Yeah, a little bit if it's on, but if you ever end up having it turn off, for some reason it will clonk you on the head.
Yeah, I have it on all the time, though.
Yeah.
It's hovering on all of the time.
Okay. Well, other than that, it looks like the party's ready.
Yes, we're going to do this.
You know what, let's just tell them we're leaving without them and then see if they respond.
Wait, are we leaving? We're leaving without you! How is our baby?
Do I notice?
Notice what? Oh, notice Raven saying that? Yes.
Yeah, I give Hakan the little, like, fingy, pointy eye thing, and then follow out.
I follow too, but at a slight distance.
Right. Okay, then. Well, so a day passes because not much happens. You get some sleep, you rest. Ophelia, next morning when you wake up, you've got hardened honey all over your fur.
Ooh, do I get a bonus to AC?
Nope.
Oh.
You just feel sticky, and it's also covered in dirt and bug and small, like, chunks of stuff from the ground.
Have I attuned to the Eviolite? Because it said before I do that next rest.
Yes.
Okay.
Let me make those changes for you.
Jigglypuff looks so fucked in that trailer.
Actually,
I love it so much. I love it. I want to see it so bad.
I know, me too. But at the
Actually,
same time, what the fuck have they done? Like, it looks like it's gonna be a good movie, but at the same time, like, what?
Well, what did
You don't like it?
You have fur.
Yeah. Like, I assumed I was very fluffy, but
it's the eyes.
Yeah, there's something about the eyes.
It's a
And,
bit
like,
uncanny.
Mouth. The mouth too. The mouth is a bit weird.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess. Oh, I forgot. I don't have that on Kelly Valley thing.
Yeah. Anyway,
It's not actually good. That's a failure of evolution. It means dead bodies. Wow. Cool. I'm indifferent. That's just cold and weird. So is Raven. She's indifferent to the suffering of others.
At any rate, say, Ophelia, now you're covered in dirt.
I think I'm gonna find the closest water type.
You're currently out in the field, so there really aren't water types. But roll me a perception check, real quick.
Okay. This is ridiculous. Perception.
Or
There it is. Wow. I think I just hit a tree. I'm gonna go find some water.
you turned around and walked into the tree instead.
Nobody saw that. Nobody saw that.
Ooh, I know what to do. I begin inflating myself a lot. Does it crack and fall off?
A little bit of cracking, but it doesn't fall off. It just starts to hang on you now, rather than being solid. So now you got a bunch of stuff bumping on you. Now you feel it's whacking against you over and over.
Okay, I sneakily go up behind Hakan and then I start shaking myself to whack him with the pieces of honey.
Hakan, make me a perception check. Oh yeah, you notice. One sec. I'll see if I can find some water.
I found a tree.
You didn't. So you let me.
Move away too.
You see,
I
you see
can't
Virgil
wait till
close his
every
eyes, Raven,
moment.
and those little kind of parts of the back of his head that look like they should be ears kind of raise up and glow a bit. Okay.
I begin munching on his ears.
Ow!
What? What?
And then I laugh a bit and like keep shaking and like rolling around on the ground.
Listen, you know what? Let's just roll her into the river. Just ow. She gets to go swimming. Hooray.
I'm gonna.
What? No, I don't want to go swimming.
Well, it's happening. I'm gonna help push.
Okay.
No,
Me too.
No, I begin flying. No,
I use fly.
Use your pin of flying. Maven's faster than you.
Don't think you can outrun me.
Yeah, pretty much. Oh, the hate for baths.
No, you come here. You come here and you take your bath. You take it like a man, like a woman.
Ophelia's still flying higher and higher, knowing that like you're faster than her, but but are you stronger than her?
Well, let's attempt this. I'm gonna grab you by the ear.
Yep. Make an athletics check.
Oh, this is gonna
To
go well.
grapple.
What's athletics? Yeah.
Ophelia?
Wow.
Athletics or acrobatics? You just barely wiggle out of the way.
No,
No, I want to begin dragging Raven.
Actually,
upwards.
wait a second, Raven.
Yeah.
I technically should have given you advantage. You have more to grab.
She does have a longer reach.
And you've
Yeah,
also got a lot of that honey crap on you.
So should I just roll again, or do you want
Yeah,
me to
just roll
at
again.
advantage? Okay.
'Cause,
Just grab
yeah,
by the ear and just.
Yeah, not even by the ear, just by the fur. There's
Just
just
these-
so much gunk in there.
Just the shadow just envelops Ophelia. Just.
Wait, I'm normal type. Can her shadow hands not grab me?
Nope, they can. Because this isn't an attack.
Okay.
I
Fine.
said-
So I'm gonna take the biggest breath I possibly can. No, like just to hold my breath, and then I'm going to let myself plummet into the water. And I'm bringing you down with me because you're holding on.
Okay, make
Free fall.
Raven.
I let go.
Make actually to let go. I need you to make an acrobatics at disadvantage because her fur is sticky.
I'm a shadow. Does it stick to shadow?
In your case, yes, because that's still part of your body.
Ha-ha!
What do I need to do to?
Athletics at advantage because you're sticky.
Fuck you.
Oh,
No.
I use my pin of swim speed to begin dragging Raven around in the water.
Why is this happening?
Arg.
What does my drift globe do? Doesn't it like stop before I hit the water?
No, it just hovers above. It just keeps itself above water.
She just tripped my head.
Your costume's head rolling around in the water. Virgil's just sitting on the hill with Hakon like, so, you want to make a bet on who wins?
Do I need to breathe? Okay, technically, do I even breathe?
Yeah.
I'm a ghost.
You're a
You
ghost
still,
type.
yeah, but you still breathe.
Are you sure? I'm not alive, technically. I'm just a spirit.
You
No,
eat, you
no,
sleep,
you're-
you breathe.
Just because you're a type of something doesn't mean that you are that thing.
You're not an
That's
actual ghost. You just have ghost-like qualities. That's why you're a ghost type. But yeah, I don't know. What do you think, Hakan?
The water! Just like the water's fluctuating stickiness. Can I get out? Can I get out?
Make her an acrobatics check. Ophelia, make an athletics to oppose.
So what am I rolling?
Acrobatics versus Ophelia's athletics.
I think you're swimming faster. I'm like dragging you around now. Yeah, I can do this for 7 minutes.
You know, I'm almost betting Ophelia's gonna win this little fight.
I think so too.
Yeah. So how long
Well,
can
while Virgil's
Raven
sitting there, he
hold
hands
that?
you one of the chocolate poffins he's had for about a day.
I chew on it slowly and enjoy the commotion.
So after about 5 minutes of this, Raven, make another acrobatics check at advantage. Ophelia, athletics at disadvantage. You're getting distracted by swimming. It's been fun.
Okay, how long can
Yep, Raven's loose.
hold their breath for?
You have 7 minutes.
I do, but what about Raven?
Raven, you can only hold your breath for about 2 minutes.
Wait, you said it's been 5 minutes. Raven's passed out. I was going to say, once Raven passed out, I'm gonna bring her back up to.
I died! You killed me! Good job!
Nah, you're not dead. You're just out.
Well, you guys can't do anything though. You can't like give me mouth-to-mouth resuscitation or anything.
As soon as Ophelia pulls you out of the water, Virgil's just gonna look at you. Okay, they just pokes. He just.
costume.
I know. He just.
Wet costume.
I know. He just pokes where you are in the costume. And just presses.
Are you sure he can even find me in the costume?
I'm pretty sure he's got a pretty good idea.
Like,
Because your primary body is just in the bottom part, so he just presses on that part. I'm gonna roll medicine for him.
Come on, get in that one and poke me in the eye.
All right, roll me a Constitution at advantage.
Check or save?
Check. Good enough. You begin to spew water.
I want to point out that I'm still in the costume, so the costume just goes.
Yeah, pretty much.
The water just
Basically,
hits the
when
bottom.
you spew the water up, it hits you in the face and then leaks down.
While I'm alive, I'm just gonna continue laying there.
Okay, am I clean though?
Yeah, no. After doing that for several minutes, you're clean again. You're wet, but you're clean.
Okay, I pop myself up. I go next to Hakan and I shake myself dry.
Come on. Maybe it's so mean to Hakan.
I try and get out of the way. I dig underground to get out of the way.
Okay. Use your burrow
I
speed.
follow your hole. I go into your hole.
I dig it so that you can't follow me. I push the earth behind me and hit you in the
Okay,
face
fine.
with the dirt.
Oh my god! Raven's dead!
Oh my god, Raven's dead! Okay, time to get her. Okay, Hakan, you need to dig a grave.
I shall. No. What would be more respectful is wearing her as a hat.
Oh my god, Billy! Jesus fucking Christ, a fucking murder!
Oh good, you're alive.
Fuck you!
I figured saying something completely ridiculous would help.
I just start
Ophelia,
floating again.
Fluffs herself up, really proud, and like gets all cute, and he's like, "Yeah, I would."
I float over and I hug you.
I hug back. I'm very soft. I'm a Jigglypuff.
Then I sit on your head.
It's fine.
See? Told you to be more respectful.
This is where I live now.
Oh, no.
It's fine.
We should get me a costume as a hat.
What? So you want a hat of disguise now?
No. No. But get me,
Or do
yes,
you
a
want
hat of disguise, and I'll turn into a hat. And I'll sit on on Ophelia's head, and then when somebody attacks her, like, aha, I'm only attacking a Jigglypuff. I'll pop out and go, aha! Like a cat underneath the... See?
Oh god.
We're gonna mech like mech this, okay? No, what is that? Stupid Zord thing.
Yeah. It's probably pretty similar with Jigglypuff. Just not quite as fluffy yet.
Yeah.
But yeah, okay then. So, if we're done goofing around, we should probably get moving. We spent a good... In total, you spent a good 20 minutes doing that little shenanigans this morning.
Let's go!
Woohoo.
I guess so.
Yep.
Wait, I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
If we had a hat of disguise, wouldn't I just be able to live in the hat of disguise?
I mean, it would literally just be a disguise of yours that looks like a hat.
No, what I'm saying, a hat of disguise turns into what it allows you to look like anything you want. Right? But I can literally live inside the hat.
I mean, the joke is that technically hats of disguise don't exist in this world, so the joke was that your disguise would be a hat.
Right, hat of disguise. Okay, that's hilarious. Okay. Just a factual question on 5e, though. Maybe you could technically live
Technically
inside
they
a hat of
could.
disguise.
Technically they could.
That would be hilarious. Anyway, onward!
Mm-hmm. So,
Really glad I don't have to walk, because I don't like floating on the foot. I don't like walking on the ground.
okay. So, 2 days later, you're walking on the road, you're traveling, you're having a good time. Despite how urgent your mission is.
Well, how dare you? How dare you? You have to de-stress, okay? We're trying not to... We're gonna die, okay? Our mentors didn't survive this thing very well. What makes us think we're gonna be able to do this? Huh? So basically, this is our last gasp of fun before we all die.
At any rate. 2 days, 3 days, 4 days pass from your little swimming incident, and you finally reach a town around a rather large mountain. Well, near the base of a large mountain. As you approach, you see a sign, Orberg. Population, iron.
Well, that's... Sure.
I don't get the joke.
It's not. It's just them doing stuff. It's like, you know what? So, and the thing is, it was a population number at one point, but someone just painted the word iron over it.
Oh, I see.
You got
Population
vandals.
iron.
It's
Yeah,
like
there's just...
me saying population fairy.
Hey!
But yeah, you enter the town. You see various Pokemon running about. There's a Kecleon shop, and over... Basically, I'll leave it up to you to explore the town here for a bit.
Okay, I float up and I just look at the whole town from above.
Okay.
Should I not do that? Is that cheap?
You see a little town. You don't know what all the buildings are.
Huh. I go to the biggest building. What does it look like?
It's kind of a large building near the mountain, and there are a couple smaller shacks by it. You get closer and you notice that apparently the sign on it says foreman's office.
Ah!
What's a foreman?
The leader of a mine crew. Or...
Oh, okay.
Most
Like the
work
manager.
crews, yeah. They're effectively managers.
I'm weak to steel type, so this, I'm a little bit nervous right now. Like, out of character, I'm a little bit nervous.
Am I weak to steel types?
Yes.
Really? Fuck this noise.
Yeah. Because we're fairy, and fairies can't touch iron, right? So,
Oh, wow.
I think,
That's kind of why they did that.
which is, yeah. We're also
Great
weak to
job.
poison. You might not be.
Virgil and I resisted.
Okay, you two talk to the foreman then, in case things go south.
I mean, okay. I don't know. You want to give it a try, Hakan?
Not really.
You know what? Okay,
Oh,
so the party's gonna walk up to the door. I'm guessing.
Mhm.
Hello.
All right, so
I'm hiding behind someone. I don't
I'm
know
just
who.
gonna do something real quick. Okay, Hakan, I need you to join me in whispers real quick.
Oh God.
Okay, here's the thing. I just rolled stealth for Virgil. He leans over to you, goes, "Hey, funny idea. Since they kind of slowed us down with that little goofing off, let's mess with them a little. I'm gonna knock on the door, and as soon as the guy starts to open it, we jump to the side and leave them in the open."
Sounds good.
Okay.
And then I'm weak to poison and steel, immune to ghost and dragon, and resistant to bug.
Oh, that reminds me. You two roll a quick perception.
Okay.
15. Oh.
Raven, you hear some muttering about something about opening a door.
Yo, hey, stop! What door? I'm gonna.
There's a door. There's a door right there.
Oh.
And he points to the front of the foreman's office, and Virgil will just walk up, knock on the
No,
door.
wait. I'm gonna use my thing. I'm gonna check for traps using my
Okay.
my goggle specs.
All right. Roll me an investigation check, DC 12. There are no traps here.
I think I just fell.
Wow.
What happened? I think I fell off a thing. Said,
No, there are no traps here.
I opened the door then.
Well, it's locked.
Oh.
Virgil will knock.
Oh.
What's that? All right, I'm coming. Virgil then, with a con, jump to the side as the door opens, revealing the foreman, a rather bulky excadrill.
Wait, did he do like knock knock? Like
Knock,
that?
knock, and then once he started to open the door, they jump to the side.
So it's me.
Mm-hmm.
Me at the door. I look up and I fluff up so cute and my eyes get so big and round and I look and I make myself look a little smaller and I'm like, "Excuse me, sir. I'm a little lost. I don't know where I am. I was wondering if you could help me."
Make a persuasion check. All right, I'm gonna roll his insight, which is I mean, I'd be happy to, little lady. What are you looking for?
I pull Jamie a little close and like, we're what were we looking for?
We're from the guild and the Lollipop Guild, and we're here to our people got hurt here, and one of our members is still trapped.
Just because you said the Lollipop Guild and stuttered a bunch? Persuasion at disadvantage.
Oh, fuck you! I was trying to make it cute. Fuck you! We were going for cute.
Now he's suspicious.
Well, hold on. I just fucked up. There we go. Okay, disadvantage. Well, I didn't need it. Help! Somebody, help!
Really? And just what guild are you from again?
Out of character. The player forgot the name of the guild. That's why he used Lollipop.
It's the Silver Pants. I've reoriented that a bit, but okay.
What guild are we again, guys?
Yeah, out of character, what guild are we?
It's called the Silver Paths. It's
Silver Path! Sorry, I forgot the name of our guild for like 10 seconds. I've had a day. Okay, I've had a day.
Ophelia begins to cry a little.
It's okay. We're gonna save him. It's okay.
Alright. Well, if you're from that guild, yeah. basically, I'll come into my office. I'll let you know what happened. You see him lumber over and sit down in a big old desk chair.
Yeah, wiping the tears away from her eyes, she meanders over a little glum and manages to climb up onto a chair.
Yeah.
I float up and continue to sit on her head.
Well, Virgil sits down and it's like, all right, there we go. All right, so, just so your little group knows, your group, Team Hammerstrike, came in and solved a big problem for us. Our miners were getting attacked by a feral Steelix. It wasn't very good. Fortunately, your boys managed to bring it down and, well, it fled. It's not likely to come back. Unfortunately, the Steelix's rampage caused a bit of a cave-in combined with their fighting. Unfortunately, I have no clue why your Ursuro went in and got himself stuck.
Well,
I've heard speculation amongst my boys, but I have no clue.
What's the speculation?
I'm not too sure, to be honest. I've heard whispers of maybe he did this, maybe he did that, but none of it made sense. I'll tell you what, you have my full permission to go talk to them if you want. But, basically, just as a warning, the mine is called Ore Mountain Mine for a reason. Ore Mountain itself is a mystery dungeon of immense size.
Okay, sure.
The Steelix tend to live at the lower levels of the dungeon, so you shouldn't have to worry about them. The upper levels, though, there are quite a few feral Pokemon. And unfortunately, I think the cave-in stirred them up a bit. So you're gonna have to be careful.
Careful is our middle name!
No, it's not.
God damn it.
Right.
I was trying to be positive.
Well then, anyways, feel free to talk to the boys around the mining camp here.
Okay, thank you.
Yep.
And she just like slides off the chair and like kind of waddles away.
Right, you do waddle.
Yeah.
So, when you guys go talk to the miners, I need you to do something for me.
What?
One person make a charisma check.
Okay, let's get amongst ourselves here. Who has the highest charisma? Is anybody trained in persuasion?
Me.
What is your modifier on it?
Persuasion is 6.
Jesus fucking Christ! Yeah, talk to them. Jesus.
What's yours? I thought you had high charisma.
I do have high charisma. I'm just not trained in persuasion. I have a 2.
Oh, okay.
I'm just gonna sit here on top of your head, and
Wait,
Look
what's
like a
your
hat.
charisma?
15.
Oh, mine's 18.
Yeah, I have intelligence of
Right.
18. Nerd.
At any
Nerd.
rate. Sam, make me a flat charisma check, Ophelia.
Beep boop, beep boop, beep boop.
I'm gonna help.
Oh, jeez. Oh,
It's
geez.
fine. With Raven's help, you do get that 17. And you end up talking to the miners. Each of them give various ideas as to why Ursuro could have done that, but none of them seem to make sense for him as you know him. Then they all, when everything comes around to it, they say, maybe Dave will know. I mean, he was the last guy to see him.
Ow, but okay.
You can find him over there. And you see one particular Pokemon sitting at a bench, a lone Drillbur.
Hello.
Oh, hi. Right.
What
At
is
any
he?
rate. Drillbur. Most of the miners here are Drillbur, actually.
I know what a Drillbur. It's like a mole. Like a mole with sharp thingies.
Oh, okay, I found it.
But yeah, so what are you guys here for? I'm just curious.
Our friends are trapped in the mine, and we're trying to get them back.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, but I would have no clue about what happened in there.
Well, they said that you had some idea. What?
Make a couple insight checks.
Huh.
Wow!
I think you're so telling the truth that it hurts. It hurts to think about that you may be lying.
Raven, you think he's telling the truth, but something seems off.
Okay, so I'm gonna do something. Ophelia, I need you to close your eyes.
She closes her eyes.
Okay, so here's the skinny, here's the lowdown, here's the 411. Either you're gonna tell us what you think, or I'm gonna show you what's underneath my skirt.
Ew.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's a little lewd to do here in town, little lady.
I want to.
Ew.
Shh. I want to remind you, sir. I am a Mimikyu.
Make an intimidate check.
I don't get like advantage or anything for that.
I'd say an advantage. That's fair.
Yeah, I kick Raven.
It's like, I'm not scared of that. Nobody is.
I pull up the skirt.
All right, I need to make.
Fuck you!
Yeah, no, he's. You see him fall over off the bench. All right, Jesus. Oh God! And you see him start to back away.
I grab him with my shadow. Just tell us what you saw.
All right. He went back in there because, well, he thought he saw another person.
Okay, why would you want to keep that a secret? What the fuck, dude?
You see him start tapping his claws together as he's kind of wiggling away from you. Well,
No, you're not getting away. If you try to run, I'll do it again.
Well, I'm something of a sculptor, and he may have spotted one of my work.
Oh God. Oh no.
Oh
okay.
my God! It was you. It was you. You done it.
It was you, Old Man Jenkins.
Well, okay, that's sure. Okay, well, do you know a way we can save him?
Here, I mean, the mine structure wouldn't have changed. It's not part of the main dungeon. He begins hastily sketching a map.
Okay.
And then he hands it off to here. You'll find him. You'll find him there. It's about 3 floors in.
Okay, thank you.
As soon as you let him go, he burrows into the ground.
I just kind of like land next to Ophelia. See, sometimes it pays to be terrifying. I don't think I'm that terrifying though. I'm rather adorable.
Yeah.
Let's go, guys. Do we need to get any supplies for town?
I mean, take a look at your
Let's see if we
bag. You
can
didn't really
find
pick
some
anything up.
free food.
Free food.
Oh my God, we have a lot of food. I mean, we have the ever-filling honey jar.
Ooh, yeah. Ophelia's reminded about that, and she's gonna go take a snack. Nom, 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 nom.
Oh, you have to ask me to pull it out first.
Oh shit, yeah. She looks at you and begins pouting a bit.
You see, like, you just hear a little, and then all of a of a sudden the honey pot just like poof, like an egg.
Wow! And she begins eating from it.
How many doses do you take?
She sticks her head in and begins eating until no,
Okay.
she doesn't do that. She just like eats until you take it away from her.
Okay, I'll let you have 5 doses of that.
She's
And then
a little sad, but she
And then
understands.
I give you a perfect apple.
Ew! She kicks it away. She like
Wait,
she
you don't
punts
like
it.
apples. You don't like
No,
apples, right?
no. So that gift with the kicking Pikachu, that's what she does to the apple.
Well, I catch it, and then I. All right, you don't like apples. Here's a cherry berry fritter.
Cherry berry fritter, and she gets all this. She eats it. Nom nom nom.
Does anybody else need any food before we go?
Yeah, sure. I'll eat the apple. Why not?
Okay, here's the apple.
Got anything else for me?
What do you like again?
I'm fine with anything.
Oh, we got mixed berry puffins, cherry berry fritters, perfect apples, perfect apple fritters, a couple of big apples, some honeycomb, and some honey.
I'll take a perfect apple.
Bing! Again, it like pops out of below the costume like an egg. Just boop. Here you go.
That's a little unsettling.
Well, how else am I supposed to pull this out?
With your hands.
I do. What do you guys think I'm doing?
I figured it was hands.
Do you guys really think that I have the bag inside me? And I'm
In your
literally.
butt?
That would be ridiculous.
It's in the costume. I have to like search around in it, and I have to put it out. And there is no armholes.
And you have those like ghosty tendril hands.
Right.
Anyway, yeah. So after about 15 minutes of eating, everyone's got a full stomach.
Okay. Let's fucking do this.
All right. The party walks to the dungeon entrance. You feel the wind of the dungeon on your face. Go ahead and place your tokens at the stairs here.
Oh god, forget a guy. Nope.
Which stairs?
The solid ones.
No, let me
Hello,
try.
it's me, your local Ophelia.
Hold on.
I want to be a Wigglytuff. What are the chances I can find him?
That'll take some investigation checks.
Oh my gosh! Wow.
Several high DC investigation checks.
Yeah. Well, we're in a cave, you know, as you do, and so.
I'm sorry, I've
Ophelia
always
will-
had my token placed for me. How do I do it myself?
You drag and drop your name onto the.
Yeah, from the journal.
Wait, but if I evolve, then I can't use the Eviolite.
Sorry, I'm having...
Just drag and drop your name or the image from your character sheet.
Sorry, I tried doing that, just... Sorry.
It's fine.
Okay.
Trust me, we all sucked at Roll20 at some point.
Ooh,
Some of us still do.
Savage.
Yeah, some of us still do. I still haven't figured out everything. But yeah, okay. You hear the dungeon. Let me get the music, because there's music.
Doink, doink, doink.
They don't stand a chance against us.
Wait, I need to go pee. I will be back.
All right,
Really,
we
I
will
think
take
about
we will
this.
take a short 5-6 minute break.
Oh, okay. All right. Yeah.
Yeah,
I will
same.
just-
I should go to the bathroom. Yeah, I'll be right back.
Yep. Okay, we are back.
Murder!
Huh. Alright. So, you guys find yourself in a cavernous dungeon. Rocks everywhere. Mine tracks.
Okay. So I see any tracks of our missing friend.
Make me a survival check.
Okay. Oh no, I have trendiness. Huzzah! Fuck!
There are a lot of Drillbur tracks, but it's kind of hard to tell.
Well, eeny, miny, moe, people. Which way do we want to go?
Whichever way gets me a moonstone. So she's gonna go this way, believing it will get her a moonstone.
Okay.
Okay, I guess we're going that way. Oh, head up the back.
All right. And Hakan, you can dig in here.
I can?
Yep.
What's in this room?
Make me a perception check.
Mm-hmm.
It is there.
Okay. As soon as you walk in, you see these two. The Drillbur's digging at a wall and pulling out pieces of minerals and chewing on them, while the Geodude is kind of just punching the ground.
Are they feral?
Judging for their behavior, yes.
Hmm. Drillbur steel type yet, or no? No, it's just ground.
Yeah, it's just ground.
Okay. Okay. I'm going. How high is the ceiling?
I'd say it's a good 30 feet up.
Okay. I'm gonna float up 30 feet, however long that takes me,
Mm-hmm.
and just fly over there. And as I do so, I'm going to scan the room looking for precious minerals.
Make me a investigation check. No, you're just seeing a bunch of iron ore,
Great.
which makes sense. This is what this mine here is for. Say you're floating above. Make a stealth check.
Ooh. Do I get advantage because I'm 30 feet above them?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, I want to go over in this way.
All right.
No, like look down the hall and see what's there.
Make me an investigation check.
Okay. Huh.
Hold on. Is this wall tall, like, to the ceiling?
Yes.
Okay.
These are tunnels.
I'm gonna follow her. I'm gonna float to the ceiling
Okay.
using my fly pin.
Okay. You can fly for about a minute.
So I'm just gonna. I am 30 feet above them. Can they even see me?
Make a stealth check at advantage.
I'm also small.
Exactly. You're small,
Ah.
you're high above them, and you aren't making noise.
Advantage, right?
Good enough. They don't notice you.
I'm gonna fly over here and then land on her head.
Mm-hmm.
Can I make an investigation check?
Make an investigation check.
Let me adjust my specs.
Okay, that's pretty good, Raven.
That's literally what I do. Don't get mad. You're a bachelor. I read shit.
No, I'm not mad. I was like, it was more like, holy shit.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but there was rice in my mouth, and so I made like a whole sound with rice in my mouth.
All right, so let me look here. Raven, you see a small bottle on the ground.
I just reach out and I grab it.
It's a single dose of common ore and medicine.
Into the bag! Whoop. Hit 15 now.
Woohoo! And
then I'm
I'm gonna float this way,
I'm gonna go with
carrying
you.
her?
Yep, I'm gonna stay on top of your head.
Okay. I'm gonna float around like this and look in here.
Right now.
You guys can come with us. You can dig underneath them.
Yeah, I'm gonna dig underneath the wall to reach them.
Okay. Yeah, Virgil's just gonna follow you. He's about the same size.
So we have two floating and two underground.
Actually, guys, before you come up in that room, Hakan, and before you two enter, I need perception checks.
From me and...
From all of you.
Okay.
Virgil can't make one because he's actually, no. I'll let him make one at
see all-
disadvantage. Wait, no. Not even disadvantage because of his ability, so...
Well, I didn't see shit, but I'm also gonna look for traps.
Okay, so, yeah, make your investigation check.
Wow, okay.
No traps.
You roll 20.
Drill,
Rude.
drill, 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 drill,
Hi.
drill.
Shh, don't talk to them.
Okay.
We're still on the ceiling. Wait.
I'm actually gonna have them make a perception check.
I do a spider climb.
I push you up onto the ceiling.
So I'm like 30 feet in the air and I'm just like... Well, except I don't make noise, I float. Wait,
Oh.
what's giving me that ability?
Your pin.
Your pin of climbing.
Okay.
1 of 10 charges used.
Yes.
Oh shit, I forgot about the charges. Next time I'll just
That's fine.
keep carrying.
That's fine. I have 10. It's not like.
Okay.
Hold on. Pin of flying.
Is that all we see with the perception?
Yeah, just them digging away.
Okay, I'm going to be a little bit mischievous, and I'm gonna float above, and I will use one of the blast seeds and sneak attack them with the blast.
All right,
Why
drop
are
it on
you
them.
attacking them? Wait, why are we doing this? Are you sure you want to attack them?
Yeah.
Okay. I thought I got in trouble last time for doing this stuff. Sure.
I'm sorry.
Let's do this.
Say make a 2-hit roll, 1d20 plus your dex.
21.
That hits, and now
3d8.
no, that's if you eat it. It's 4d6
Okay.
if you throw it.
Okay.
Then I need to make
22.
I have to make a check for the drill burr.
I'm going. After that, I'm going to attack at the same time. Wait, I can. Can I throw a light weapon with a bonus action as well?
Give it disadvantage. Just 1 sec. That drill burr instantly faints. And the other one looks like, drill? And I'm just going to make a roll for this drill burr, actually, before you attack it.
Okay, well, that's my track.
Just gonna make a drill. And it goes back to the wall. Your thorn hits, and it goes, drill! Drill. And then it jumps up and dives into the ground.
Oh jeez.
Steal its shit!
Yeah, I want to go down here and see what he was messing around with. See if he has any goody.
Okay. Roll me an investigation check.
I try and intercept the other one underground with an attack.
Make me a perception check, Hakan, real quick, while you're digging.
Jamie, can you help me?
Yes! All you have to do is ask!
Yeah, you can't find him. You think he may have gone deeper. As for Ophelia, roll me a D100.
Oh shit.
Oh god, this is... Well, I mean... When it comes to things, you found something.
Uh-huh. Can I touch it?
Yeah.
Okay, what is it?
No, wait. Step back.
I step back.
Me, from 15 feet away, pick it up with my hand.
Alright, you don't feel anything. It's just a rock.
I shake it a little bit.
Still a rock.
I bring it closer.
Roll a knowledge arcana.
This is what I do, guys! Boom!
It's an evolution stone of some kind.
Is it a moonstone?
I need you to roll something for me, Ophelia.
Okay.
Roll me a D100. No, it's a firestone.
Okay. Shit, that was so close.
Those are still pretty valuable.
Yeah.
Is anybody a fire type?
No,
No.
one won't be affected by that.
So I'm going to put that in party funds. So fire, stone, evolution thing.
Evolution
Okay.
item.
Okay, that's I flip back down. Let's go!
Okay, woohoo! I put Raven on top of my head and begin floating up again to sneak around.
Yes, and I'll just...
And I go down this way. Scanning the walls for interesting things. What's in this room?
Roll me a perception check.
Okie day. Huh. Absolutely
Raven?
nothing.
You see these two, Raven, but Ophelia, you don't see anybody.
I'm also going to check for traps.
Okay, make your investigation.
Damn it!
You can't see any traps.
This is entirely what I do.
Okay. Well.
I point them out. I point them out. I point them out.
Oh. Okay. Well, she's floating, so like.
I point.
But,
I tap your head and I point.
Oh. Okay. Wow. Okay. What's in here?
Go ahead and go through the door. Oh, the opening.
Yeah. She goes through the opening.
You see a tunnel.
Oh. I continue going through the tunnel.
You see an opening to a room.
Oh. Is this
You
a different room?
came back in the same room.
There's nothing in that tunnel?
Nope.
Huh. I want to like float over them to see what they're looking at.
Dig. This one looks like... Would you roll me a D100 to see if it has anything valuable? You see something shiny.
Ooh. Shiny. I think
I'm gonna like, kind of like, grab her head and then like hang down by one arm, and then grab whatever is shiny and then scramble it back up.
Make a sleight of hand. I'm gonna make a perception for it. It does not notice.
What do I have?
Roll me a D100.
This is so fun.
The Drillbur heist.
Oh, 93.
That is, you recognize this. Many ghost type Pokemon use them. It's called a Duskstone.
What does that do?
A lot of ghost type Pokemon need them to evolve.
Oh. Okay. Well, let's go to the next one. Ophelia floats over and looks down to see what they have.
Roll me a D100. You see a bunch of dull minerals. Looks like it's eating.
Oh. Whatever.
The prettiest
Oh,
thing you
is
see
this
is
a
a piece
door?
of quartz. Yeah, there's an opening.
Ooh. I look in the room.
Roll a perception.
Well, I'm with her too, so I'll roll it as well.
Raven, we make the best team ever. We're just like...
There's a Drillbur. It's digging
Oh.
at the wall.
I float over to see what it's looking at.
Okay, make me a D100 roll.
76. Oh, that was so close to 73.
You see a glint of metal.
Okay, I'm gonna do the same trick again. Just hang. Yoink!
Okay. Make me a sleight of hand.
Oh, jeez.
Drill, drill, drill!
I will drop a blast seed on him.
Okay. Drop your blast seed. Roll your to
It's
hit.
1d. What's the roll to hit?
1d20 plus dex. So just roll a dex check.
8.
That does not hit, but it lands next to it, so that's enough. Roll the damage anyway.
Ting.
It just
Drill?
doesn't.
13.
So it takes 6 points of damage.
Okay.
That hits. Drill! You just stabbed it in the back.
Well, I threw it.
I know, and
I
you
get
stabbed it
all-
in the back.
I get all big and dominating. I puff up as big as I can, and I say in my scariest voice, "You have to leave us now." And then, if you could lift up your skirt, Raven.
I mean,
Well,
she's on your
that's
head
Raven's
and you're
skirt.
bigger.
Yeah, I lift up Raven's skirt and like hold her over top.
You're basically just, you grab me, you just hold me, just
Drill. You see it dive into the ground.
I grab the metal piece.
It's gone.
Oh,
No!
oh.
Damn it.
It's a greedy little
well-
shit.
Are you guys following?
I figured we're burrowing under.
Did I catch it?
leading the way. I want to start inspecting around the room as like looking for anything interesting.
Alright, roll investigation. If
Ashley,
Raven
would
helps,
you just help
advantage.
me?
Yeah, should I maybe help Raven next time?
Okay.
Yeah, just help me.
Yeah.
There you go, Raven. There's some slightly viable looking ore in these walls.
I use my teeth to pull them out.
Roll me an athletics check at disadvantage.
I help.
Okay, normal. You hurt your teeth.
I try again anyways.
I grab an iron spike and I just start chipping.
Oh, okay, yeah, that works.
Once Virgil and Hakan pop up on the ground. Oh. Oh. Here. I'll do what I can.
I
Virgil's
feel like
gonna wind up.
Hakan will be the best at getting ore out of.
At digging things out of walls, I guess.
Virgil's
Oh
just
yeah.
gonna wind up and punch the wall. A good chunk of rock breaks away from the ore.
Is it good or?
From what you can tell, it's gold.
Ooh, I swallow it.
It's too
Why?
big. It's too big to eat.
Oh,
Is it too big to put it in the pouch?
No.
yeah. So I place Raven on top of it greedily, and then like scoop up Raven.
Yeah, you just hear a boom, and she like bounces a little bit. So what do I have now?
You have. So if we were to go by the gold bars you have 4 gold bars worth of ore.
Nice.
But it's not going to be worth quite as much as it isn't refined.
Right, unless we can refine it.
And would Hakan be able to do that?
He's not a smith.
Hmm.
Let's keep going, guys. I believe in us.
Woohoo!
Advance Team Alpha.
Woohoo! I float up as high as I can again, carrying Raven, and
Yeah.
go in here.
Okay,
Perception
make
check.
perception checks.
Don't I have knowledge of Reggie Gigas's smithing though?
You have an idea as to how it works, but you don't know the techniques personally.
Okay.
Like you weren't trained.
Yet.
But yeah, with the perception check,
Hold on, I'm proceeding as well. Damn it. I'm also going to investigate for traps.
no traps. But you see this Drolber just sitting in the middle of the floor eating.
Well,
I want to see what he's eating.
You look at what he's eating. Oh my god. Is that a 6-pound bar of chocolate? Where did he get that?
is that what it is?
Yes.
Yoink!
Make a sleight of hand.
Ophelia is drooling pretty heavily. Drool drops on his head.
Yeah. You see it yank it away from your hand. Drill!
No, I go after it. I go like I said. I drop down.
Drill!
No, I drop down on top of his head, as in I put my skirt over top. Like,
Okay.
You
And I
put it in
grab the bar.
pocket.
I'm smothering him.
Drill!
And I
It's
grab-
panicking and flailing with you on its head.
Yeah, and I grab the chocolate bar as it flails.
It's 6 pounds of solid chocolate.
I'm grabbing it anyway.
Yep. The drill bird
It's
digs
mine.
into the ground.
I hold up the chocolate bar in triumph.
I jump up and I swallow it.
Ophelia, I need you to make me a con save at disadvantage.
Why?
It's really bitter.
I love dark chocolate.
No, it's much more bitter. It's like 80%.
I know. I eat 90% on the regular.
Oh, okay
Like-
then.
You can buy that easily. Yeah, it's
Oh, okay.
near
Yeah, it's
baking
like-
chocolate.
That's actually
Like,
wait.
I don't
Actually,
like
it's closer.
chocolate.
Oh wait, no. Okay, then I misgauged. I was trying to think of one that I'd eaten at one point. It was. Yeah, it was closer
Some
to a
people-
95.
Yeah, some people can tolerate that kind of bitterness. Some people cannot. I can get to about 70 before I
Fortunately-
start having a problem.
You, Ophelia, with that 13, are able to stomach it, but good God, was that bitter.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
You now have a rock of that in your stomach.
I feel pretty good right now, so I'm gonna go on. Wait, I want to look around the room. She goes over to Hakan and she's like, "If we find anything, can you help me dig it up?"
Let's
I'll
look
try my
around.
best.
Yay! Let's look around. We're basically becoming rich by just like robbing people. Let's do this.
Oh, Virgil's
look
gonna
around the
look
room.
around. So everyone's looking.
I'm gonna try and look for traps again because I want this to work. There we go. It finally works.
This is a scent-based thing. Okay, well, Raven, you didn't find any traps. Ophelia,
Mm-hmm.
you find a chunk of gold in the wall. It's not very big, but there's some.
I want to use my teeth to get it out.
I'll
You
help
try biting it. There's none sticking out from the wall itself.
I begin eating the wall.
Make me
I have an idea,
athletics
I have an
at
idea.
disadvantage.
I help.
Huh. I'm shredding at the wall.
You're chewing the wall. You're not eating it all, but you're
Feral
chewing it.
dog.
And you
Okay,
see,
Ophelia, stop. I have an idea. I have an idea. Hold me up with the underneath of my costume up to the gold.
You gonna scare it out of the wall?
I mean, I could try.
I-
It
that's
wouldn't
what I
work.
wasn't gonna do.
I pull on Hakan and I drag him over. I'm like, this, please.
I was actually going to try and get
I
like the
Try and
sack.
dig it out of the wall.
okay, make me an athletics. You get it out of the wall. Your claws are well suited to this kind of work. You get enough gold to be worth about 100 poke once refined. But yeah, you see Virgil, Hakan, once you turn around, jump back into your hole, and you hear the noise of rock breaking.
So what was the gold that we just found?
About 50 poke when sold, as it is. 100 once refined.
I make another hole in the wall where the gold was.
Okay, nothing on the other
can
side.
Can I fit through the hole or am
Well,
I?
I'm just hiding in the wall.
Why? What's going on? What's going on, guys?
No. Where did Hakan go? Oh me, oh my. He sure isn't here. I guess I can do anything and he won't know what I'm doing. And she begins rolling around like before.
I'm just kind of like just standing there.
What's going on?
She goes into this corner and like stands on top of Virgil's head and like peers.
Oh,
like,
you
like,
rolled
tries to
over the
see
top
if
of the hole.
Virgil, what are
okay.
you doing? Virgil,
You
what
hear
the
more.
hell?
You hear more rock breaking down there, And then a bit of
Virgil.
grunting. Yeah. Got it.
I
You
have
see
a
Virgil
question.
backing out of the hole. What do you got?
Am I too round to go into the holes that
It's
other people are in?
you're trying to fit a round peg in a slightly smaller square hole.
Hmm. Okay, so I'm sitting on top of the hole.
You're too round unless you actually try to go through normally, yes. But you see Virgil's back coming out of the hole. Hey. Yeah.
So I'm sitting on top of Virgil now.
Just gotta make an athletics for him. Yep. You feel yourself bounce off of him as he suddenly shoots out of the hole with a crate.
Ooh, a crate.
What? You found a crate? Jeez.
Ah, I think this was that guy's stash.
Let's
Oh
open
my
it.
gosh! Oh my gosh!
Virgil is already starting to pop it open, and you see assorted bars of chocolate.
Okay.
It's drilling again.
No, you're not allowed. No, we need to save some. Save some. for
Virgil
later.
will take one out.
Can I puke up the bar of chocolate? I assume it hasn't digested yet.
No,
Make-
I take
no.
the box and I sit on the box and. Nope.
The box is too big, but you can fit the individual bars.
Yeah, I just crawl in the box and.
Yep, Virgil has one in his hand.
Like he's just like, oh, this is chocolate. Then he's go.
I
Yeah, like-
want to regurgitate the chocolate I ate,
Why are you doing this? Why is this the thing you're doing?
so I can have it for later.
I mean, it's gonna take a few hours to digest, and I mean,
Yes.
make a con save at disadvantage. Yeah, your stomach does not want to give it up. It's like,
Someone
no,
hug me.
no, this is
Someone hug
mine.
me. Someone hug me.
No, this is weird, honey. No, honey, no. If you
She's-
wait, if you
She's
wait,
gonna puff up as big as she can and turn it into a burp to try and force it to come.
Constitution save, normal. Your stomach does not want to give it up.
She goes over to Virgil, takes his hand, and puts it down her throat.
Yeah. I'm just gonna roll a acrobatics for him to not be forced to do that. You do an athletics because this is technically a grapple. Yeah, you can't even catch his hand. He's just chewing away at the bar he removed from the crate.
Yeah, okay, well, she's gonna try again the burping technique.
Ophelia, stop, honey, stop.
Please, we don't need an anorexic Jigglypuff.
Okay,
No,
I will
that's
give.
bulimic,
Hey,
thank you.
hey, I will give you a piece of chocolate.
Did I get it?
Not with the 12.
Ha!
Your
I will
body
give
is
you a
sensitive.
piece of chocolate, and I will even put honey. Not
Is Ophelia still trying to vomit up that piece of chocolate?
yes.
Yeah.
Yes. We just hear that as you poke your head out of the hole in the wall.
Yeah,
She
I've just been
runs
chilling in the wall.
She goes and grabs your hand and like puts it down her throat.
I recoil and run through the.
She shrinks down to normal size and follows.
This is ridiculously amazing. Virgil's just gonna look at Raven, like, offer a little bit of the chocolate he's been eating. It's another large bar. Raven, when you look at it, it looks like it has little crisp pieces of rice in it.
She jumps up and she begins to cry.
Okay, just. I reach inside. I like break off a piece of the chocolate, one of the chocolate bars. I dip it in honey, and I just like pop it out, and I just hold it towards her.
Oh my gosh, she this time she doesn't swallow the whole thing, but she takes it and like begins sucking on it.
Okay, so
and
how many chocolate bars?
happily wanders down the
One sec, I'm gonna roll for that.
I like how we've decided that
You have 40.
As I sit
You
on
have
it.
41 bars aside from the one.
Oh my god.
You have 40 and a half actually, because Virgil also has one out of the 42 that were remaining in the crate. And these bars are heavily assorted types of chocolate.
I prefer dark chocolate, in character and out of character.
I know.
Like milk chocolate is too sweet.
It's okay, but dark
Wait,
chocolate.
come back here. Hey!
Hmm?
Ophelia, you left me behind!
Oh yeah, she's gonna suck on the bar of chocolate like a lollipop, pick you up, and float along.
Virgil
I'm
will
gonna
break
watch-
off a chunk and just toss it to Hakan here, just for dealing with her crazy. Honestly,
I
Trevor-
nibble on it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
It's-
watch the
it's- yeah.
walls
Okay.
in case I see anything.
Okay. Roll me an investigation check on the hallway.
Can I give advantage because I'm also
Yes,
looking?
you're with Raven.
Ha 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 ha.
Raven, you see in the wall. Is that more gold?
Okay, I'm gonna try my trick. You see her walk kind of like get up, like float up, and then put her, basically her butt up against it. And then she takes the bag, and then she puts the bag over the gold and tries to eat.
You hear a slight click from it.
Basically, try to reverse birth the gold.
Yes, I'm gonna keep trying.
You hear faint clicks from it when you try.
I poke
Is
it.
this a trap?
You push on it. A small
Okay.
hole opens in the wall.
Oh,
Ooh, yeah,
Inside this
oh,
section, 1 sec, let me grab the pointer. Inside the section here,
Ooh.
you see another dozen crates. That Drillbur has been stealing
Jesus.
chocolate from the town.
Oh my gosh! Completely. She like goes in and looks at Raven. It's like, you have to get your void powers on this now. Put
Right.
all of these in your butt. And
okay.
she begins taking boxes of chocolates and like just stuffing them up.
I accept a few, no, but I'm not filling up the bag with chocolate.
Yeah. It's only got a limited amount of space.
I know that. That's why I'm not gonna fill. How many bars I'm gonna put? Not like. I'm gonna like figure out how many bars of chocolate I could possibly fit left in here, and then I'm gonna have.
Mhm.
So I'm gonna look at. I'm gonna like test because I know how much is in the bag now. Right.
Mhm.
So whatever's left, how much space is left in the bag, I'm gonna figure out how many pieces of chocolate I could fit in there.
Yep.
Right. And then have that number.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm asking you how many parts of chocolate can I fit in the bag? Then.
Each of them weigh 5 pounds.
Oh my god, this is a lot of chocolate. How many pounds? I haven't kept track of pounds here. I'm not entirely sure I can even fit any more in here.
Yeah, you're mostly full. You've got another 50 pounds space.
Okay, I can't fit anymore. I can't fit anymore. Just, does anybody
Okay.
have a satchel?
I do have. Virgil does open up a small bag. I can take a couple.
Okay.
You see him going
I
around to
look
the
around.
crates. It's like, oh, hello.
Okay.
Possibly a plastic bag around at all.
Plastic? No. You do see a brown, just kind of, one of those brown satchels. Basically a
Is it
potato sack.
waterproof? Is it waterproof?
It's not waterproof, unfortunately. You have to.
Is there any kind of waterproof?
Nope.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna take it.
It's full
put
of
as many
potatoes at the
chocolate-
moment.
Fuck the potatoes. I drop out the potatoes and fill it up with chocolate and swallow it.
You cannot fit it into your throat.
I take a couple of the potatoes.
Chop, 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 potato tubers.
How would I do this? Because I'm full. I'm full of so much space, right? Like.
No, you're not.
she keeps trying.
Stop, guys, stop. Jesus. When we get back to town, we'll buy another bag and come back.
Okay, yeah, she's just gonna
Virgil,
hold on to the bag.
you see
though,
Virgil
as
remove
you
a couple of bars from one of the crates and slot them into a small leather pouch. There we go.
I
I'll
look
just
around
sew.
for like any valuables.
It's all chocolate.
Really?
Yeah.
There were potatoes.
There were potatoes, but it was one sack of potatoes. That was the Drillberg's healthy eating.
Okay, so I will dump out all the chocolate, and then I will go around looking for the best of the best chocolate, like the chocolatiest, darkest chocolate ever.
I mean, there's dark chocolate, there's nuts, there's dark chocolate with nuts, dark chocolate with crisp rice, dark chocolate with berries.
Ew.
There's even some spicy dark
with
chocolate.
nuts. Ew. Dark chocolate with nuts and normal dark chocolate. She's gonna take all of those and only stash up on those. Perfect.
Well, Virgil's gonna
Any
look at the wall
salted dark
and-
chocolate?
Yeah.
Oh my god, wait, how heavy is this bag?
The bag, how much did you take?
I filled it up.
I'd say it can hold about 20, so you're holding about 100 pounds of chocolate.
Okay, perfect. So that's about as much as I can carry. Raven, how much do you weigh? I can carry 120 pounds.
I weigh 2 pounds.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, so I can still carry both of you. So I'm gonna throw the bag over my shoulder, pick up Raven, and begin floating along.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, with that, you hear a click behind you, Raven, as you see the tunnel close, as Virgil seemed to have pressed on the gold.
Right.
Okay. Let's keep moving.
Reverse birth the gold. Just pressing a button over and over again. Wait, we didn't go up. We didn't go up this way. What if there's moonstones in this?
Make an investigation with actually, Raven, make an investigation with advantage.
Okay.
Looking for stones specifically? Roll a
Moonstone.
D100.
Yay, everybody else can evolve besides me.
Yeah, I mean, I've got something planned for you as you level.
Also, Raven, your base stats are higher than mine will ever be. So, like, I can evolve, but my base stats are still like 30 below yours. Even when I evolve.
Well, in regular Pokemon, not right now.
Yeah, Ophelia, D100.
Oh, me.
Mm-hmm. You find
69.
a heart scale.
Ah, that's dumb. She takes it anyways, though.
What is that? I'll put it in the bag. What is a heart scale?
It's a little heart-shaped scale with some pinkish blue tinting.
What does it do, though?
Not much. Some Pokemon use it as currency for move tutoring.
Oh, is it a heart scale because 69 and sex, and you have sex with people? Okay, I get it. That's funny. Good joke. And so yeah, she's gonna float down to the staircase. That descends. I mean, it looks like it descends. What do I know?
Yep. All right. So everyone heads down the stairs.
Let's do this!
All right.
Well.
One sec. Gotta double check. Okay, this is the floor. Go ahead and place yourselves at the solid stairs up here in the top right corner.
I'll keep. Oh, I'm a big Jigglypuff.
Gotta
I'm
shrink
a
you down to fit the
Jigglypuff
map.
Of the biggest variety. When I turn into a Wigglytuff, I'll be able to grow up to 60 feet tall. That's
As long
pretty
as you hold
fun.
your breath.
Yeah. I also won't be very heavy. Like, my density will be the same. It'll just be huge.
There we go. Alright, and I believe Hakon is back with Virgil, so okay. Feel free to explore.
Okay. Okay, let's go this way.
Do-do, 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 do-do,
I
do-do,
think I'm a
do.
bit smaller than
Perception check.
Perception.
1 sec, I'll shrink you a little further.
Oh, jeez. I think it's empty.
Yes, you do, Raven. You see a familiar drillbur with chocolate stains on its face.
Okay, so I'm gonna.
Oh no,
Fly,
I'm gonna do something real quick here.
Okay.
Drill, 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 drill. It sounds depressed.
Oh.
Drill, drill.
I'm gonna make sure there's no traps in the room.
All right.
Okay. I'm gonna.
No. Well, okay, Raven. You see a panel over here on the floor.
Where?
Right here.
I can't see where you're pointing.
Right where?
Oh, sorry, I'm on the DM layer still. This square here.
Okay, so everybody stay back! I'm gonna stay 15 feet away, and I'm gonna, like, investigate it.
Alright. I mean, as you look it over, it's a green and white, a whitish green square with an arrow on it.
An arrow?
Yep.
Which way is it?
But make a brief intelligence check.
To learn how to read an arrow.
No, not to learn how to read an arrow. This is actually make a history. Technically, still good enough. This is a wonder tile.
What does that
You gonna
mean?
tell us?
If any of your stats have been lowered by an enemy, you can step on this to restore them.
Oh.
Can we take this?
No, it's firmly attached to the floor.
And just remove the floor. Hakan!
You would have to remove about 3 feet of stone with it.
Right.
Hakan!
I'll pass.
I'll
But yeah,
float over here and I'll see what.
He's sitting there looking depressed. Drill.
I'll
Put him
Can
out
I-
of his misery.
yeah, put him out of his misery. I'm gonna chuck the 100 pounds of chocolate at him in the
Oh,
bag.
that's horrible!
Tie him.
That's
And then
horrible!
just, like, chuck it from above.
Oh god!
Wait.
You
I have an
never
idea.
smell it
Back
My
up.
coming.
chocolate has taken the meaning.
Go ahead, Hakan. What are you doing?
I'm gonna use one of my charges for my pin of invisibility. I'm gonna take a chocolate bar. And I'm gonna go up right in front of him, around in his face.
Jill?
Floating
smells it.
Chocolate.
Like he can smell it. He doesn't know where it's coming from, but he can smell it. Drill.
Yeah, I'm gonna chuck the bag on his head though.
All right, you drop the bag on him.
How much damage?
1 sec.
I'm pretty sure he's dead. How far up were you when you?
30 feet.
Oh,
I've got to
God.
roll damage.
That in real life that would kill a person.
No, that would kill
would-
someone normally.
That would just end a person. Just doop 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 doop. They'd be good. I think you just murdered this creature.
Yeah, that Drillbur is not alive anymore.
Oh,
There's now a splatter of blood where he
I
was.
float over, and I'm like,
I pick up the bag and I.
It's
think I
covered
know
in
what my new
blood.
weapon is.
Also,
Hey,
you
Snapper.
feel you also when you pick it up, you hear a bunch of broken chocolate.
Huh.
Well,
It's
fill it
still
up.
a
Judging
hot
from
chocolate.
it sounds like at least half of them broke.
That's fine. I wipe off the blood on the bag and I put it on myself.
The
like,
bag is stained with blood.
I
Okay, well, that's fine. I keep it anyway.
I check to see if there's anything useful on the body.
Make an investigation at disadvantage.
What?
There's not much left.
I can help.
Okay, normal.
So normal.
Oh.
Blood, bones, more blood, a squashed brain.
How does the blood taste?
Death by chocolate.
It tastes like potatoes.
Ew. Cannibals.
Hey, you killed him.
Cannibalism is the issue I have.
You murdered him with chocolate. Okay. You
You murdered him with his one joy.
Yeah, so I will step on this plate.
You don't feel any different.
Huh, okay. Neat. And I pick up...
Yeah, you can't lose your status of murderer that easily.
You have committed a level of violence. You can no longer get the pacifist run.
I scoop up some dirt and just put it over top, like...
Alright, well,
at a half-hearted
question.
attempt
Did you
at
step
burning.
here?
Yeah. Or, like, I pushed dirt across, but yeah.
Yeah. You are now covered in gray matter.
What's gray matter?
Brain.
Brains.
Oh. Right, yeah.
Frodo's just gonna look and like, oh, God.
I take a little bit,
Ah.
and you see just it goes underneath. What does it taste like?
Potatoes. He ate a lot of potatoes.
Okay, this guy ate a lot of potatoes.
hey.
It just tastes like
And I'm just gonna have to make a check for Virgil now.
Hey,
Is he
Maiden.
Yes.
Did you know if you eat someone else's brain, you get
Yep.
smart?
Brains are actually not good for you.
That
Yeah,
would be
you-
for the same species.
You guys hear Virgil retching over by the wall.
Oh, calm down. I was just tasting it for science. My God.
Yeah, this
All
is our
scientists do-
scientist.
All
More than-
scientists do this. This is
It's
normal.
more that he's not seen a Pokemon splattered before.
You've never. Oh, calm down.
I kind of like half buried him though in dirt. Anyway, so I pick up Raven and I fly over this way.
Let's go.
I'm like, ollie outie, yeehaw.
Once he gets done,
Very
you see him
tight
start nibbling on the chocolate again to get the taste out of his mouth.
Wait, who tasted him too?
No, his vomits.
Oh.
I'm gonna constantly check the walls.
Okay, make one investigation check for the hallway.
At advantage.
At advantage.
Oh.
I was too distracted by the taste of brain.
Yeah. Yeah, you don't really find anything.
Okay.
There's some iron ore, but it's not worth much unless you can work it.
Right.
Okay, which way do we want to go? Oh, at the end of the hall, there's always something fun at the end of the hall.
Let's look.
Ophelia speeds up.
Ophelia?
I just kind of hang on to her tuft of hair. Just
Okay. So, Ophelia, you investigate the very end of the wall, the very wall?
I will investigate.
Yeah.
At advantage with her help.
Hun, hun, hun.
Wall's normal. At least you
The
think.
floor is normal though.
You don't
Is
know?
the floor normal?
I step on the floor.
Oh, God damn it.
Ophelia?
Yeah.
You feel yourself begin to vibrate a little as you just activated a warp trap.
No!
Oh.
No! Jump back! Jump back! Jump back!
Too late.
Oh.
Ophelia?
Yeah, she wouldn't have moved. Yeah.
You are now in this room.
Huh.
Where is she?
And you see a Drillbur in the corner.
No! I have to help my friend! I jump on it.
Okay. Well,
No,
Raven,
don't do that.
It's my tiny little 2-pound ass.
you activated. It's activated by touch, and you're in this room.
Wait, what?
They send you to random places.
Where am I? I'm lost! I don't know where I am!
So
Is
does
there
this
anything-
thing notice me? Because I'm gonna float up.
Make a stealth check.
Okay.
Drill!
Raven, use the roll call orb.
Yeah, in character, you would know that a roll call orb can pull party members to you for 1 charge per party member.
I use it.
All right.
I use it.
All right, so 3 charges.
Okay, where's my... I'm trying to find the recall orb. Ah!
The roll call orb.
Does it regain charges, by the way?
No, orbs do not regain charges. They have to be
Okay.
bought. The thing is,
That's fine.
they turn back into energy, and then dungeons make new ones. That's why they're kind of a commodity. Nothing.
I climb up on top of a few... Rip her hair.
Ah.
Not harmfully.
Wait, you did what?
I climb back on top of you and I like hold onto your hair, just like.
A little curl. Yeah. Okay, yeah, that's fine. I'm gonna go this way then.
Let's look in the room though.
Oh, well, I asked Ben.
There's nothing in there. Like, you see,
Okay.
it's just piles of rocks.
Okay. Let's go.
Float over this way, and I'm floating, so I won't activate. I look in here. What's in here?
I investigate.
Raven, investigate at advantage.
I'm also looking for traps.
You do not see any traps.
Okay, so I'm also going to investigate for stuff.
All right. As for stuff, you see a little bottle with a pale green lid on the ground.
Okay, back up 15 feet.
Oh. Well, we're already 30 feet in the air.
Okay, well, lower down 15 feet.
I lower down 50 feet.
And I grab it in the bottle.
All right.
And I inspect it.
It's a max elixir.
What does that do?
PP?
Restores all move usages without a long rest.
Okay, hold on. Where would I put that? Oh, right here. So, max elixir.
Yep.
Noise.
Would anybody be able to use this much more effectively?
Any of us could. It's
works
just for
the
when
same.
one of us run out of abilities.
Okay, so I'll keep it on my person, and in case we need it, I will
Yeah.
just, give it to you.
Exactly.
Give it.
She's like, Ophelia's beatboxing and floating along.
Covered in blood and brains.
Yeah.
Let's go in here.
She goes, yeah, this room.
Roll
Perception
me
check.
perception.
I see shit.
Woo.
Yeah, you do actually see a pile of shit.
Oh, God,
Oh.
ew.
And you also see a drill burr. This is apparently the latrine.
Okay. Ooh.
Is it shitting?
No, it's filling in a latrine.
Oh.
What?
Well, let's just bypass that guy altogether. How about that?
What's it doing?
It's filling in a latrine. Ground toilet.
I am gonna look for traps.
No traps. Just a
I'm going to see if there's
filthy,
anything
smelly,
valuable.
just a filthy, smelly hole. Also,
God.
just poop.
Okay, just go to the left. Go to the left.
I want to look for interesting stuff.
No, it's just poop. Why
Okay,
are you
make
doing
an
it?
investigation. Oh!
Not
Oh! You see a bottle in the poop. It's shiny.
No, we're not. No.
I'm interested. I'm gonna go get the bottle.
Okay. You see pink liquid. It's a Dosa Pecha antitoxin.
No,
Also, the
you-
bottle is
leave
poopy.
It, leave it. Just leave it.
Is this where?
She kind of shrugs, and she's like, I'm already covered in brains. What? Like what? And so she takes it and rubs it on the ground to try and get some of the poop.
Now it's covered in dirt and poop residue.
Just take a big breath and
Yeah, she's gonna start spitting on it and rolling it into.
It's now covered in spit, poop residue, and dust.
get rid of it.
Okay, fine. She's gonna chuck it at the drill burr.
Oh god. Roll to hit.
11.
It just hits. I'm actually going to roll something for it. This boy is skittish. You startle it so badly, it falls into the latrine.
I go over to fill it in.
Okay, make an athletics check. You can't even fill it in. In fact, I need you to make an acrobatics check.
Oh my god.
Not good enough. You fell into the latrine too.
Oh my god.
And this is what happens when you try to bury someone in a latrine.
I just flipped out.
I'm gonna grab him and float up with him and place him on the ground and be like, I'm so sorry, sir. It was completely inaccidental.
It's this Drober is just weeping.
Well, I guess I'm not sitting on top of your head anymore.
Do you happen to have a bath by any chance, Mr. Drober?
Make a persuasion at disadvantage.
I helped him out of the thing. He doesn't
Yes,
know
but
I
no,
did
but
it.
he's covered in poop. And he's skittish and scared and sad.
12?
I'm just gonna roll his insight. It's like... as he leaps to try and dig into the ground, and I'm just gonna make a check for him because he's right next to the latrine. Okay, yeah, no, he lands just fine and digs through the earth. Poor Steve!
Oh no, not poor Steve.
But yeah, Virgil's just following Raven at this point, like, okay,
Yeah.
well, that was...
Uh,
He jumps back. Okay, you need a bath.
yeah, she's gonna float up and go in here.
That same Drillber's in the corner digging.
She's gonna... oh, she shouldn't drop the bag. She didn't look at what he's digging up.
Digga. It looks like he's digging at some kind of quartz.
Ooh,
I
that
think
could be fun.
he thinks he's found lunch.
I'm gonna float down on top of him and be like, hey, what you got there?
Charisma at disadvantage. You smell like poop.
Yeah, I know.
Well, any charisma check at disadvantage of some kind. So whatever skill. Okay, yeah. He's just like, I have to roll a con for him. You see him vomit up a bunch of raw quartz that he'd been eating.
Okay. Does any of it look like an evolutionary stone?
No, it just looks like he's been eating rose quartz.
Oh, that's cute and pink. I'm gonna take some pieces.
Okay,
Put them in the bag.
Make a con check just in case, because it's covered in stomach acid.
Okay, check or save?
Check. It burns a bit, but you're able to take a small piece. Most of the rest is kind of submerged in the stuff, as he just filled the hole that he was digging. And he's looking at it now, angry because his lunch was destroyed. He's not even. He doesn't even want to fight right now.
And I'm like, hey, do you happen to have any evolutionary stones, Mr. Drill?
Drill. He turns his back to you and sits down.
Oh, I can give you some chocolate if you'd like.
Drill.
Give you some chocolate for a stone.
Drill. And he's just sitting there, muttering angrily to himself. You ruined his lunch. You smell like poop. And now he's got poop in his head fur.
Do you happen to have a bath, Mr. Drillberg?
Yeah. You know what? He points at the stomach acid. As he's offering you an acid bath.
I laugh heartily. A good old hearty chuckle. And I pat him on the shoulder and go over here to see if there's anything interesting in the wall.
Yeah, not really.
Okay. the next room.
Yep, Virgil is following at a distance.
I'm so sorry, guys.
This is hilarious. Ophelia's misadventures.
Well, you know what? I'm gonna go in first. I'm gonna like just kind of just go in here and
Make
I'm
yourself a
gonna proceed.
perception.
And then looking for traps.
Traps?
Okay, you see.
No traps. Perception, you didn't see anything, Ophelia.
Mhm.
You see a drill burr here that's napping.
Right. Is he napping on anything?
No. It looks like he's just dug out a small dugout in the ground and he's kind of curled up in the hole.
Okay, neat. I'm gonna look around the room to see what's.
Not much.
Okay. I suppose he's sleeping, so there's not much I should do to him. I can go. Wait, no, Jamie wanted to go explore. Jamie, go explore.
Well,
I'm gonna go this way.
which way? Okay. Alright. Roll perception and then your investigation for traps. Okay. No traps. There are a couple drill burr.
Does it look like they're doing anything?
Actually, you see them sharpening their claws. This one lunges at the other one, and the other one lunges across. They're just basically clashing with each other.
Okay, but do I see anything interesting in the room that looks valuable?
They're clashing over a gold nugget.
Okay, I'm like, I walk into the room, I'm like, hey guys!
Drill.
Up the custom goes!
Okay. You're just stealing their nugget. That's hilarious.
It's mine now.
Well, they weren't willing and... Yeah, nope. They both fail. Drill! And you see them run over to this wall and...
I take the gold nugget. It's mine now.
It's about the it's if I were to put it in human terms, it's about the size of a golf ball.
Golf ball gold nugget.
Yeah.
Guys, I think it's safe back here. I'm gonna look. I'm just gonna check out this over here.
Okay. Yep. Nothing in there.
I'm just going to investigate the hallway itself.
Okay. Alright, go and investigate the whole hallway. Just one.
I'm gonna look down this hallway.
Explore, like, any of this hasn't been explored.
It happens. But, so, Raven, I want you to make me 2 D100s because you found a box embedded in one of the walls. You were able to get it out. It looks like they dug out an alcove for it and pushed it in.
7 and 29.
7 and 29. Okay. Then I need you to roll me 2d4.
So,
Oh, shit. Those are some good rolls. So 7 and
treasure
29.
gold. Yes.
So you found a dose of Supreme Oran medicine.
Okay, hold on. Supreme?
Yep.
Okay.
And you found... Roll me a d4 plus 1 and then 1d5.
Okay. 1d4 plus 1,
Yep. For the amount.
and then 1d5.
Yep. That's not bad. You got 4 plus 3 core sludge wigs. As in they are plus 3 weapons.
Oh, Jesus. Okay, so these are weapons. Okay.
They're throwing items. Like normal ones, except they have a plus 3 to hit and damage.
How do you spell that twig name?
I will grab it.
I'll be back real quick.
Alright.
What damage should they do? Normally.
Does 2d4. Wait. Yeah. It was 2d4 damage.
And they're dex based, right?
Yep. Dex space because they're throwing and their range is 2060.
Okay, and I have 4 of them. Okay.
Well, yeah. They have those.
Hit me.
Alright. Well, Raven found some throwing items. And a healing item. And of course, with that, you just end up making a full circuit around.
Yes. And then I'm just here again. Well, not anywhere near you.
Yeah. She's still covered in goop. But yeah. Found the stairs. But yeah, Hakan, do you want to make an investigation check down there?
Will do.
Alright. Not bad. You find... You see in the bed of the wall there's some gold glinting. Not a lot of it, but as you dig away at it, you end up pulling out a big nugget. Which is about the size in human terms, about the size of a basketball.
Nice.
I guess I go sit on that, like little egg.
It just goes woof.
Foop.
Well, I think that's everything on this floor.
Yes.
Well, no,
So-
but yeah.
Yeah, effectively. But yeah, okay. So, next floor. Alright, so go ahead and place yourselves on the solid stairs.
Where? Okay.
Considering we're giving you a bit of a wide berth, you'd be ahead of us. There we go. Alright. So as you get down here, you see that this end here is collapsed. There's collapsed walls all over.
Okay. We still have a blast seed.
That might make it worse. As you can see, the walls down here are a little unstable.
Well, you can also just... Right, you can dig.
Dig.
Dig or other things. Let's take a look. Once
Do you want to
Virgil
dig
gets
to the
done
left
here.
or to the left or the right?
Actually, Hakan, if you look around, make me a perception check or an investigation. Good enough. Because you are a digger normally, I give you advantage on that, so... Normally, you would be able to dig in this kind of environment, but due to how unstable the walls and ceiling
It
are,
would collapse.
You could bring him down. It'll take
Well,
more
then-
careful work. But Virgil is going to stop here. You see those parts on the back of his head light up again
What?
as he just looks around. Oh, it's lagging on my end. Okay. Alright, so you see him hold up like I think they're to the left.
Well, yeah, we just can't get in there.
We're just gonna look at the wall. There's a bunch of boulders collapsed here.
Well, I'm going to investigate real quick.
Okay. There aren't any traps, but looking at the boulders that Virgil's looking at, with enough work, you could make an entrance big enough to get everyone through.
Well, it's going to take some time, but we can dig ourselves through.
Alright. Let's get to work. Those who want to make an athletics check. Actually at advantage because we're all working together, so... Okay. Hakan, you easily remove one of the boulders.
Buff
And-
boy.
Virgil's gonna make another attempt. Virgil manages to remove the remaining two that would be needed to make a big enough hole. One
Oh,
just
you
comes
pop
out and then the
through.
other one, yeah. So I'm just gonna delete that. As you step in here. Now, I actually have a good description for this place. So give me a second. So, as you enter the room, you see a soaring cavern with many walkways and mine carts. In the center of the room lies a pile of brown fur, slowly rising and falling as it breathes. Many of the tunnels around the room are collapsed, and there are crushed and damaged walkways that have fallen to the ground or are hanging from the walls. It's deserted. The Steelix seems to have done a number on the mines, and in the back of the room there's a crude sculpture in the shape of a Drillbur.
Okay. Well, we have that orb
Right. Let's
that can
check
pull
on
us
him.
right back home.
Well, Raven, as you get up by him, you hear a growl as that pile of brown fur stands up, an opposing 8'7".
I thought this was the guy we were looking for.
You know him. This is him.
Hi.
As Ursula opens his eyes and you look at him, you see black shadows leaking from the corners of his eyes and mouth. His fur is matted and his body is covered with cuts and bruises as he snorts and steps forward. Roll initiative.
Oh. Tits.
How do Pokemon go feral?
Starvation, isolation, those are two of the major factors. Alright, now to roll for Virgil and Ursuro. Wow, Ursuro. Yeah, it makes sense. He's pretty hungry. So, let me just do this. Because you guys can tell that if you don't knock him out, you will not be able to get him out of here.
Good thing I have 100 pounds of chocolate.
Well, that might murder him.
That might kill him, actually.
He's a giant bear.
Anyway, Ophelia, it is your move.
Okay, so...
Also, the room's ceiling is about 200 feet up,
Okay,
as
yeah,
there
no,
are
I'm just-
dozens of what look to be collapsed entrances along the walls going up.
I'm gonna go there. I walked there.
Okay.
And I'm gonna take the bag of chocolate and just spread it out and say, "You must be really hungry. Have these. We've gone through so much to find you, and we're here to help."
You hear him snort. "Arrgh!" That's not a normal Ursaring's cry. That was almost bestial. He doesn't recognize you.
That's fine, but there's chocolate now. Like I laid it out in front of him.
Virgil's just gonna hold his action in case Ursuro does something.
Okay,
Yeah.
I have a plan.
And then
I do too.
Hakan, it's your move.
Let's hear your plan, Raven.
I'm gonna put a sleep seed into the chocolate, and I'm gonna shove it into his mouth.
I was gonna dig a hole for us to hide in while I just wreak havoc and try and cause as much structural damage as possible.
I feel like that might murder us.
That might actually kill you.
What if it's a good hole?
You would still
I
get
believe
trapped
that's
in
a
the
plan
hole.
B. I believe that's a plan B.
Orb?
You need. He won't be able to go with you. He's not willing.
Right, let's find out.
Hmm?
Hmm.
Just hold.
So what are you
See
doing,
if my
Hakan?
idea works.
Run up and hit him with a sand attack.
Okay. Roll to hit with sand attack. Just click the little speech bubble to use it. No, that's sneak attack. Sneak attack
Whoops,
doesn't.
sorry. I saw attack and was like, ah.
Right.
You only have one attack move, so must be the one that says.
You don't have advantage because he's not surrounded, so that doesn't even hit.
There was an attempt made.
All right, Raven, it's your move.
I don't even need to take the chocolate. I just take out the sleep seed and I just shove it into his mouth.
All right, make a 2-hit because you have to get into his mouth
What would
because
that
you're
be?
throwing from where you are.
No, I don't
Yeah,
throw it.
it's just dex.
I use my hand to
All right.
shove it into his mouth.
Still dex to get it into him. That- You smack him in the cheek with it. Ursa.
Can I try again?
You can make
There's a
one more.
bonus
You
action.
can make one more attempt.
Come on.
That still doesn't get in his mouth. You nearly poke him in the eye this time.
Well, that's my plan, guys.
Ursa. He steps towards. He steps towards you, Ophelia. It looks like he's gonna go for the chocolate. Then you hear him go, Ursa, as he brings down his fist in a power-up punch.
Okay.
Does that hit Ophelia?
We can't see it.
I can't see it.
Oh, shoot. Does a 22 hit?
Yeah.
Alright, you take 15 fighting type damage.
Okay.
Do your addition subtraction based on resistances however you wish.
I have no idea how that works.
Sorry, having if you need to, if you resist.
Okay.
It's normally effective.
But you are a fairy type.
She's also normal type.
So yeah, okay, so it's
Yeah.
normal. Okay. But it's not
Um,
super, which is good.
You also have the pin of
Yeah,
invulnerability.
that's what I was going
Yeah,
to do.
use that? Okay.
I will use the charge to take half damage.
Alright, do that then.
So what was it? How much damage?
That was 15, cut that in half to 7.
7. Awesome.
And when he does that, that triggers Virgil's action. And quick attack, which you see Virgil shoot forward and slam into Ursuro. Ursa. Ooh. Ophelia, it's your move. He doesn't
Okay.
seem to recognize you. And you remember him being a normally kindly and gentlemanly creature.
Okay. I'm going to take a piece of chocolate, use it as a microphone, and yes! Ha 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 ha! He's
Very
asleep.
good. He has fallen asleep. I'm just gonna
Can you just
roll
want to skip
something.
to me?
1 sec. I'm gonna roll
I'm
something
gonna-
because he stays asleep for only a number of turns. Okay.
It gets to me. Is he still
Virgil's
asleep?
just holding his action in case he gets up.
Wait,
Hakan?
I was gonna go and snuggle him so soft.
All right,
so
you're
warm.
snuggling up to
Make
him while he's
feel
asleep.
Companionship. Make him feel companionship because you said they go feral when they're alone.
For too
And I'm
long,
gonna keep
yes.
singing. Yeah, I'm gonna keep singing.
All right.
And
Well,
he placed a bar of chocolate on his tummy.
all right. Hakan, your thing. What are you gonna do?
I'm just gonna tackle him.
Okay. That hits.
And also sneak attack because of my
Roll your sneak attack. Which is 2 additional damage dice, which are 2d8.
whoops.
You hear him grunt a bit in his sleep. Raven? Your
Is
move.
everybody touching him?
Yep.
I think so.
Then I grab him and I use the orb.
Okay.
The
One
orb.
sec.
What is this thing? Hold on. The homing orb
Okay.
that takes us back to the guild.
Alright. Well, you're no longer in the dungeon. You're back at the guild. Just gonna paste this.
Haha! And I'm like, help! Help! I need help!
And as your turn ends, you feel him shift under you.
I climb up on top of him and throw the sleep seed back into his mouth.
Make a dex to get it in there while he's getting up.
Go to sleep, go to sleep.
You
God
poke
damn
it. You stuff it in his nose.
Does that count?
Nope. He needs to actually swallow it.
Okay, pull it back out. Somebody hold it down! Hold it down, guys!
I'll give it a try. And
I hold on, I grip the
I'll
hair
say
on the front,
advantage. Ooh,
and I'm
alright.
just like,
Now I'm gonna roll Ursa Rose athletics. Unfortunately, due to his current state, no, he throws Virgil off,
okay, well I'm
Causing
gonna
him to
hold
hit
on,
open-
and I'm gonna keep trying.
and Virgil hits the lobby wall about 10 feet away.
I try to hold him down.
All right, Ophelia.
How does he look?
He's hurting a little, but you haven't beaten him down enough to knock him out. You know that most feral Pokemon come back to their senses once knocked out, or with time after being knocked out. Call it a hard reset.
I'm gonna hit him with a pound
Okay, pound him.
attack.
Boom. That does.
Do I get advantage?
Yeah,
to
I'd say
every-
he's effectively flanked, so yeah, that hits. Yep. Virgil will get up. Okay. Ow. He's gonna walk up. And then... Well, time for this. And here. And then punch. That hits. Second one hits. Third one hits. For... Hakan, on your turn, you see a flash of purple light as a figure pops in, wrapped in clothing, fabrics.
Help! Help!
I'll just hold my turn to see what he does.
Very well.
Same.
All right.
Bring it! I believe in you!
I'm just going to roll his initiative now that he's popped in.
Watch he just like straight up kills the guy.
So descending and then... Alright, so it is currently Hakon's move, which you held your action and then Raven held her action, correct?
What did the Guildmaster do?
He just popped in. He hasn't gotten to his initiative yet.
Okay.
So Ursuro is trying to stand up, and you feel his muscles bulge as he bulks up.
Bring it, you little shit! Oh, so scary! Fuck you!
Oh no.
Ursuro, calm yourself. As the Guildmaster walks over, looks at Ursuro, and I'm afraid I'm gonna have to knock you out.
Watch, he completely fails. He's like, oh.
Please.
As he conjures an object into the air and gives Ursuro 1, 2, 3 hard whacks to the head with it. And Ursuro collapses unconscious.
Holy shit!
And I'm just gonna stop the music because you're no longer in battle or initiative. You guys are no longer in initiative.
Okay. Oh wait, did the bag of chocolates not come with us because it was on the ground?
Yep, you forgot it.
Oh no, my chocolates! I'm gonna be in cry.
I reach into in the pack, I pick out of the finest piece of chocolate I have, dip it in honey, and I hand it to her.
I don't really feel like eating and covered in brain and shit, but I appreciate the sense.
Okay. I put it back in the bag.
You see Arya run out of the infirmary, grab Ursuro, and hoist him over her. Yes, and she hoists him over her head. Just runs back into the infirmary.
No.
I get some shit brain and I like chuck it at her, just tiny
No.
drop.
I slapped your hand from 15 feet away. No. No. Yeah, I'm hitting too.
Make a disadvantage to throw.
Dex 12.
Yeah, you don't hit.
No.
Anyways,
She's nice.
oh, Ophelia's gonna go take a bath.
Okay.
I
Oh.
have chocolate and stuff when you're done. We have a store here.
Chocolate.
Well, I mean, we have storage back at our quarters.
No, a store.
Oh.
Where we buy stuff.
I mean, there's the shop in town.
I'm gonna go to the shop in town. I'm right back, guys. I need to get rid of this gold. It's just too much. Too much, guys.
All right. Well, you go ahead and add the amount of poke to the bag, and then remove the gold.
Okay. Well, we're gonna have to calculate this.
Gold bars are each worth 500, and the gold
Okay,
you
so-
found in the dungeon was worth roughly 150, I believe.
The gold ore is worth 50 apiece.
The nugget is worth about 100.
Okay, so the nugget, the golf ball size nugget is
Yeah.
100.
Because it's
What about
fairly
the basketball
refined.
size gold nugget?
The basketball-sized gold nugget, I don't know. Hakan had that one, I think, for a bit, and then...
I gave it to Raid.
Alright, do you want to sell that one, or keep it as decor for the room? You are a dragon type.
I'll keep it as decor.
Hey,
Okay.
the trumpet?
I will also sell the Firestone Evolution and the Dusk Stone.
You
Alright.
should see if
Those both sell for 1,000 poke.
What?
you
Yep.
should see if they have a moonstone.
1,000 apiece?
Yeah.
Do you have a moonstone?
Well, I suppose I could check. And Raven, I need you to roll a D100.
Lucky 13.
I'm sorry, there's no moonstone. Those usually only appear when a meteorite crashes down.
Let's go find an astronomer and see when the next meteorite is supposed to come.
We can do that. Yes. Okay.
But yeah,
So altogether, that's 3,200.
yeah. Well, for now, you guys end up napping at the guild because that was a fight.
Ophelia is gonna take a bath.
Yep, Ophelia
Everybody
is.
add 800 poke to their bag.
1,649.
I'm at 1490.
Let's see here. But yeah, Virgil is. You're all just kind of in your room, cooling off from that. You sleep, and the next morning, the guildmaster actually has you come down to the infirmary. Ursuro is finally waking up.
I go up and I snuggle. It's soft fur.
Oh, hello, Ophelia. He gives you. He pats you on the head.
Yeah, and very soft.
Oh, guildmaster. My apologies. I'm not really sure what happened.
Nothing major. You're fine.
You were in a feral state, old friend. What can you tell me? You were trapped in the Ore Mountain mines for a while. What can you tell me about what happened? Because what's the last thing you remember? Well, you see Ursuro lean back a bit in the bed. Well, the last thing I remember was as I was blacking out from exhaustion, hunger. I remember hearing a voice in the back of my mind. You are mine. Now. Crush all who come near you.
Well, that's horrible.
The next thing I remember is waking up in the bed this morning. You can... So, I need you guys to make a perception check, actually. I mean, not perception, insight, sorry.
Okay.
Okay, Ophelia, nothing. Hakan, nothing. Raven. Okay, 1 sec, I just gotta make one for Virgil. Nope, Virgil doesn't know. But Raven, you look at the Guildmaster. Despite all the rapping, all that, you can see he's worried.
Well, that's not good.
I hate to ask your group to do something for me so shortly after this,
Oh
but
God.
I need you
What?
to go see an old friend of mine
Sure.
and see if he can help.
Okay. Ophelia kind of like crawls up and kind of pulls away his mask a bit to see his face.
You can't remove the fabric with your bare hands for some reason. Like it's beyond strength to remove it.
Ah, okay, yeah. Well, she just kind of stops like nothing happened.
You
Zips
also
back.
feel yourself being floated down to the ground.
Where do you want us to go?
Far to the north. About 2 weeks'
Okay.